You pay for our OnlyFans. I hit it for the freebie. Right, Mahdi? For the freebie.
Let me get that, yo.
What?
Pass it over. Yo, that's nuts. Yo, let me get that.
Let me get your account real quick, yo. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Lucky View Podcast episode 189?
Something like that.
180 something.
Nah, it is 189.
I go by the name of Arrow. We got Papijohnson. We look at Sky looking so beautiful right there.
Beautiful creature.
We got Mahdi the body. We got Mahdi right here. We got some beautiful plants right here, man. We got an elephant. You know that's a good meaning, right? What the meaning behind an elephant?
Brings fortune.
Yeah. Talking to Mike, man. We're recording, King. You hungry, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, you good, bro? You need a little
Sometimes
practice
I'm off
real quick?
mic. I didn't realize we started. Okay.
It's been a day, man. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
It's been a week, yo. You know, I know we usually record every 2-3 weeks. It's like, you know,
okay. Forgive us for being consistent about it.
Letter grade for the week. I'll go first.
Go for it, man.
I'll say B.
I like that. Yes.
B. I'm
like
getting
that.
up there, getting better.
Mahdi?
Probably a C. I'm just nervous because I start this week. So
Don't be nervous,
Bro, it should be like at least B plus that you got it.
yeah, but that's like half the battle. Then you gotta.
Oh, then again, you can hate it. You can hate it and be like, you know what? I'd rather just do something else.
Yeah. So,
Wait, if you don't like it, are you staying or are you leaving?
I don't think I can hate it more than the last one. So if it's not as bad as the last one, I'll keep it. I'm good with it.
Okay.
I'm an A.
Yeah,
I would have said
my man living life.
I would have said an A plus, but I yanked the shit out of my nose piercing today after I got out the shower. So I'm kind of upset about that.
That's great, man.
Thanks, man.
Obviously, we're gonna have two topics today. We're gonna start off with the great one, and then we'll go a little bit more political in the end.
Sounds good.
I'll let you start out since you're man. Since you're wearing it. Oh, first off, you can say what you have on your feet, man.
Now, right here, man. The Nocta Glides, the black and white colorway. Waiting for the all green joints, the slime green to drop because you know I'm gonna slime you out type things.
That's a hard record, by the way. I think people
slime you out. It's a great record, man. But overall, Aubrey Graham, aka Jimmy in the wheelchair, aka Drake, aka Drizzy, aka I'm gonna steal your girl, aka Six God, aka I'll pay for
your head top.
Coming for your head top.
They look really nice in person.
Right?
They do. They look better in person.
They're made out of carbon fiber.
I like the yellow on the bottom.
Right? But Drake dropped this weekend for all the dogs, finally. He gave us, on Thursday, he gave us 8 a.m. in Charlotte. The record was crazy.
Before we go further, just quick thought. 8 a.m., what do you think?
I give it a B plus.
Same.
I gave it A.
Okay.
Top 2 out of the whole timestamps, I'm saying.
Top 2 out of the timestamps?
Do you want to go? What do you want to go? 3 or 5 real quick? Just real quick. We don't have to go in depth with it. You want to go top 3? I think we know you're 3, right? You want to go 3 or 5?
5, because he had a couple.
Go for it. Since you already have your list, you sent it. Number 1 was what?
Number 1 was 5 a.m. I think.
Number 2 was I think 9 a.m.
9 a.m. in Dallas.
Number 3 was I think 7 a.m.
7 a.m. in Bridal Pad, right?
And then 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
Yeah.
You didn't have a 5.
No.
What was your 5? Or did you want to do 4? I don't really care.
5. Was there a 5? Let me just double check here.
While he's checking, what's your top 5?
My number 1 is 9 a.m. in Dallas, just because that one holds, like, you could just hear the hunger in Drake around that time. That's a little fire.
I agree, but I disagree. But go ahead.
That's fine. Then I got 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
I'm not mad at that.
And then I got 5 a.m. 5 p.m. in New York. 5 p.m. New York?
5 a.m. in 6 p.m. in New York.
6 p.m. in New York.
6 p.m. Yeah.
Those are my 3.
Are you going to do 5 or?
Oh, the 5 is this one. The 5 is this one. Yeah.
I got, I love 9 a.m., yo. But it's like, it's like, oh, we always pick the first one as like a classic, like, you know, Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic. It's like, it's I don't want to put 9 a.m. because it's like, it's obvious.
The first one sets the tone.
Yes,
right?
it's the tone. So you know what? It's number 3 for me.
I'm not mad at that.
Number 1 is 6 p.m. in New York because I think that's when he sounds his hungriest, in 6 p.m.
You think so?
I think that's when he sounds his
mad at it.
hungriest. 6 p.m. in New York. Number 2 is 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Bro, when I heard this, I was like, nah, this guy's about to go off, yo. That third verse is probably one of his. It could go up there with verses of the year. His third verse.
Okay.
His second verse was like, I feel like his verses went from good, great, goddamn. Instead of, you know, it's like the other way around. It's like, goddamn, your first verse is then good, and then your last verse is like,
You know what the crazy part is? I mean, I could be wrong, but I would say this is the first time we've heard a 3-verse record from an artist in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm the best at what I do. I'm just saying me versus whoever want to lose. Bro, come on. It's like, it's certain bars. I was like, yeah, all right, man. I was like, yo, Drake, yo, you killing this.
No, I'm not mad at it.
Yo, you killing this, Drake. And the video. I like the video, man. I really like the video.
I'm a little sick of the pins. The pins were unnecessary. Like, my man looked crazy. But I understand the aesthetic behind it.
I get Drake really wants to be a hard rapper, yo. But like, it gave me Headlines Part 2.
But you know what? You know what the whole aesthetic gave me? It gave me Jim Jones. Like early Jim Jones.
It's just funny when they were sitting down. Donald was just looking at him like, "Yo, what you saying, man?" But go ahead. Moving forward, he dropped 8 a.m.
So he dropped 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Great record. Does have a little bit of cringe lines in it, like the Czechoslovakia. Like, I was like, okay, like it was cool. Like, I get what he's doing, but you know, overall, I think it was a great record. You know, I was actually reading something. Not reading something. Came across something on TikTok where this guy was saying, you know, obviously the producer behind 8 a.m. Charlotte is one of Griselda's producers. And we were saying, is this the Griselda effect, right? Is this what happening where we're leading back into words actually mattering with the sense of like actual hip hop, like really boom bap
Look
type
at this,
style?
we need a picture like this real quick, yeah. We gotta take a picture real quick, yo. This is too beautiful.
She's
from his
cozy.
first day to now is like, it's crazy. Sky, come here, look. Come here, look.
He's serenading to her, yeah.
Sky, come here. All right, go ahead, yo.
The tongue out was the whole thing. But you know, somebody said it was like the Griselda effect. Like,
I agree. The beat was
really getting back into the essence of like bars and like really talking your shit. Really, you know, very hardcore rap. No hook, just straight. You know, letting the sample rock in the background, but you still come in with the bars. But overall, great record. And then obviously he dropped the album the next day, at 6 a.m. which is dope as hell. 6 a.m. in the 6. Come on, bro. You got catch up, man.
I like the marketing move. I like it. The marketing was dope. I like the marketing.
Virginia Beach, crazy. The intro.
The intro was
hard. Sky, come here.
Me personally, Drake is one of the few artists that when it comes to intros, he rarely misses. Right? A lot of his albums, like the intro is like top tier. Even on his bad albums, the intro always hits, right? Mm-hmm. But overall, I enjoyed the album.
Sky, stop.
There is a lot of skippables.
Because she's gonna keep going.
There's a lot of skippables, which is a little, as a Drake fan, I'm a little upset. But there are records that I was really surprised with that I didn't think I would like. Mm-hmm. Like the record with Yeet. I like that record.
I think it's a hard record.
The record with with Lil Yachty, I liked it.
What's your grade for it?
The album?
Yeah.
I give it a B. Give it a B.
The more you listen, it's probably gonna go up.
Probably, but I give it a B just because I enjoyed it. It's enjoyable. And obviously it's not gonna be for everybody. It's one of those albums where, you know, Drake is still trying to stay relevant, and I get it. You know, doing records with the new kids on the block, and it makes sense.
Yeah, but SZA's new.
No, I'm talking about like Sexy Red, Lil Yachty. Yeah, but you're always gonna have the veterans on there.
Yeah, but it balances it out.
But that's what I'm saying. But there's those certain records.
No, but when they say all like he's like all his features is young, it's like, bro, I didn't know J. Cole's young. I didn't know SZA was young. I was like,
But I overall I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's
I didn't know 21 Savage was young. At 20, I think he's over 30, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
already,
so like
yeah.
I'm like I get the sexy. It's like you got to balance it out. Like I think if you look at the features, it balances it out.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my god, like only one J Cole and the rest are like 20-year-olds. It's like no, it balances it. But anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Adonis had the best verse on the whole album.
But that Adonis feature, do we want to call it a feature? Because it's just him by himself, right?
He probably got
But I got a little like
royalties for that.
5%.
Yeah, so I'll call it his song. So through Adonis's song, you kind of get to see how he views his father, because he's trying to imitate his father, right?
and that's dope.
And that's how he listens to his father. I'm like, oh, I thought he would sing or something. You know what I mean? I thought
his tone was like Drake's.
Yeah.
His tone was like. But Mahdi, what do you think? You gotta go for? I'll go last, man.
No.
I'll balance it out after. Yeah.
I kind of don't want to say anything till like J. Cole drops or something.
No, just go for it, because we went off with Kendrick when he dropped. Yeah. Go for it, man. What's your review on it, man?
I mean, how do y'all feel about the project among the other projects, among his catalog?
It's definitely better than CLB. Definitely better than
Sky.
I like it better than Her Loss.
Let's do it. Let's do it top down, because I mean the last couple projects were kind of like.
So where do you want to start off?
All right, before
Like
I
you're
say
saying,
this,
like his whole
I don't
catalog.
even want. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest. I don't
Like, where
even want
does it
to.
land?
I don't even want to do this. I'm gonna be honest with you.
For his whole catalog, it sits somewhere towards the middle.
But hold on. I don't even want to do this a week, because mind you, I got a picture. I don't know if you saw the post. I got a picture. When Take Care came out, the week after. Here's the comments. I agree with the review. Drake lost some respect with this one. In my opinion, he should go back to dated the release and done a better CD. I think this album is weak, repetitive, boring at times. Nothing new, nothing exciting. Same old, same old. Too much singing for me. I'm obviously a gangster, so don't fuck around. It's a solid album, but I'm not convinced it's album of the year. Nah, Carter 4 is easy better than this trash. Thank Me Later is way better than Take Care. Features were harder on Thank Me Later, classic verses from all of them. The rapping was better and no track had to be skipped. Take Care has a few I don't really like. Good album, but not great. And then Drake posted it. And then he said, reading these comments from when Take Care dropped. And I feel like we had the same reviews. We had the same with a lot of these albums.
But I don't go off of what they say.
No, I'm not going off of what they say.
Yeah.
But I felt the same about Take Care. It aged very well.
I've seen that. I normally don't change my take. So like when 808s and Heartbreaks dropped, a lot of people hated that project.
No, I still hate that project. I still hate that project.
I still have the same emotion about it.
I think Last Train to Paris is a way better album than that.
But Last Train to Paris was way ahead of its time.
Classic album, right? It went over a lot of people's heads. That album.
But I stay consistent with my opinion. It doesn't change. So like my Dark Twisted Fantasy, when it dropped, I said it was a classic. A lot of people are saying it's a classic now, right? And then Take Care, I felt the same way about that. I felt that was a classic when it dropped. It's very strong right now. What a time to be alive. I thought that was garbage. I think a lot of people say it's garbage now. So Scorpion, I felt it was solid. I don't think it was the best that he's put out there, but I thought it was solid.
I think Scorpion was his blueprint too. If he picked 11 songs from that album, Scorpion would be a great album.
I agree too.
Same thing with Blueprint 2. If Jay did not
they
do
had two different catalogs though.
but
the trajectory and everything.
But
is
everyone
different.
said about Blueprint 2 is like if he only picked 11 songs, and I agree too. I picked 11 songs. I said this is easily a classic album. But the thing is, Blueprint 2 is double disc.
But Blueprint 2 is the one that Jay-Z said he missed on.
Yeah, because it's double disc. He said he should have never done a double disc. He should have just done a one side.
But he felt he was pandering more to the radio and stuff. And
yeah, and I think Drake did the same thing with Scorpion. Like Blueprint 2 had Hovey Baby, Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
it had all these great hits, and then you got the intro, the I Have a Dream. It got the one rock song. It's like he had a lot of great songs, but then you had a lot of skippable records. It's like, man, it's same thing with Scorpion. Scorpion has some skippable records, but then there's some records like Sandra Rose.
Yeah.
There's another.
Size was solid too.
Yeah, the intro was good.
People hate on My Ratchet Birthday, but I like the.
You know
it's
records
funny.
from
My Ratchet Birthday is an anthem, and people, and I even said it before, right?
The Michael Jackson record, I love that record.
I think it's cool.
I love it. I think the hook is crazy.
The hook is definitely crazy.
I love the hook. I love it. Me personally, I hear, I'm like, yo, this is such a vibe, yo. But I get it. It's like Michael, but I think. But go ahead. What were you saying? My bad for cutting you off.
No, just that I trust my opinion on things, right? And with what a time to be alive, I felt
I thought that
it was garbage, right? So when I look at this project and I heard it all the way through, it's just not that strong. I don't want to go in on it or go crazy or anything.
But you were going in on it
because Joe Biden already did that.
No, because
you were going in on text. You might as well give us the pod version of your text message. Just say it here, bro. This is why we pod. I hate when you do that. It's like, yo, you go off on your own, but then you don't do. I want you to go off, man.
The reason why I don't want to go off is because I respect Drake for what he's done, right? As an artist, like he's a GOAT, of course, right? And all that he's done. I feel like we have enough music from Drake. If he wants to retire, it's good. He'd still be a GOAT for a long time to come. It's not like what he's done is easy to outdo, right? Like if he retired right now, he'd be a GOAT for like the next 30 years. You know what I mean? So we've had enough from him for me not to complain. Does that make sense? Yeah, but that's kind of like an Eminem kind of thing as well, right?
Bro, it's just funny. Everything I'm hearing about Drake, I heard about him when he dropped what was the first album with the American flag?
Revival.
When it dropped Revival.
Yeah.
When it dropped Kamikaze. Like this, like, everything was happened to M, and now it's happening to Drake. It's like, all right, man. It's like, I think we had enough of you. It's like, you give us the verses, give it like albums, we good.
Yeah.
But I've been telling you that for a while though. I was like, yo, Drake's verses are better than his albums.
His albums were great in the beginning, but since they've been declining, I've just been hoping, since you're the guy on top, just deliver one time. You know what I mean? Just deliver one time. And that'll hold me for like 3 missed projects. But we haven't gotten anything on the caliber of Take Care or the caliber of even views, you know, for a while.
But it's hard to do that, yo. Because me personally, I think we have, but now speaking objectively, have we got a caliber of the Black Album Blueprint from Hove? Or Reasonable Doubt?
I said Black Album was that
444 is better than Reasonable Doubt, me personally.
Yeah. But he delivers high level projects in different areas.
No, I agree, but I'm saying those
subject matters.
Does Kingdom Come live up to the Blueprint albums?
No, Kingdom Come was a semi-miss. Like when you go back and listen to the
Blueprint
project, 3 it was okay.
Reach Black Album status. You know what I mean? So my thing is, we can't really do that to Drake. It's like it's hard.
It's not that I'm trying to. I'm not. You know, I don't want him to drop a So Far Gone or Take Care. That's not what I'm looking for.
No, the caliber, like the caliber.
Yeah,
of music,
high level.
But it's hard for a Hove to do it too. I feel like Blueprint
444 is still pretty high level.
It is. Well, I think to certain people, not to.
I mean, I personally didn't love it, but even then, it's still pretty high level. You know. But
you see, you didn't love it. So my thing is, I think it was a caliber album for his fans, but for the when you listen opinion, well, you can't compare 444 to a Scorpion, CLB, because it's two different age grabs.
But the stuff he talks about on this album, the way he raps on this album, you know what I mean? The melodies, all it just didn't hit.
But what else do you want him to do when he's done everything?
Yeah, but that's the point. Just retire at that point. It's like if Floyd keeps boxing, right, and he goes loss after loss, we'd all tell him, hey, just hang it up. You've done it already. You have nothing to prove. Just hang it up.
So you didn't like the album?
No. I don't think it's going to age well either.
Said that a lot about Drake's album. A lot of people said that a lot. People said about views. People said about Take Care. People said that about...
Yeah, but...
I'm going to say this. I hated More Life. More Life probably aged way better than a lot of Drake's albums.
But I've kept my opinions consistent with all of them, like from when they initially dropped to where they're at right now.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just, I'm not saying, yo, you got to change your mind, but I'm like,
But I want to just speak to like Drake's maybe mental state. When you're so consistent, when you're doing something so consistently, like I'll compare it to me in like a previous job, right? Whatever I was doing it at I was doing it to the best of my abilities, and I was doing it at a very high level, at a level where other people weren't doing it, right? And we weren't getting the results that we wanted. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? Like I'm killing it from my perspective, right? I just didn't get it. So what is that called? Like a burnout?
Mhm.
I experienced burnout and I took a week off. And when I took the week off, I realized it's not how I'm doing what I'm doing, it's what I'm doing. I got to change like my perspective on what I was doing changed. So when I came back, I was doing completely different things, but it was a lot more effective. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So I feel like with him, he's hitting the same nails, right? And trying to figure out why the support isn't holding up.
But I don't think it's
I think
about.
once he leaves,
I don't think it's about the support. I just think that with him, he's been using the same.
Mind you, he did 450 the first week.
No, I know, but he's
yeah,
still.
he's still Drake at the end.
Yeah, he's still using the same formula, and I understand.
I don't think he's really using the same formula.
In a sense, yes, he is. In a sense, because
I think the last
When's the
4 or
last time
5
you
albums have been the same.
When's the last time you heard a filter hook from Drake? I'm talking about like Aston Martin music Drake hooks. I'm talking about those type of hooks. He stopped because he knew he was being too repetitive with that. Like the fall for your type filter type of hooks.
I feel like so if we go at it from the approach standpoint, right? The first mixtape, Sooner Than Later, that's what it was called.
Comeback season?
So Far Gone.
So Far Gone. Sorry.
Sooner Than Later is a song.
It is a song. Somebody said that in I don't know.
That was a filter
In like an
ass
interview.
mixtape, yo.
I loved it.
You know what I mean?
But So Far Gone. That was a specific approach, right? Then when he went over to Take Care, that was a completely different approach.
Mhm.
Then when he went to Views, completely different approach, right? All of these were different approaches. But the last 4 or 5 albums that he's done have been all the same Drake. There's been no growth. It's been like the same exact Drake. You know what I mean?
I personally, and again, and I'm gonna live by this. I like the dance album. I like I mean, a lot of people hate it. I like.
There's some bops on there. In my opinion.
I feel the same way.
I think you got to get an opinion from someone that genuinely loves House.
But the thing is right.
Yeah, but you don't love House.
I love House. I'm a big House fan.
But me personally, again, the only reason I like it so much is because something new from Drake. When Drake did the whole Afrobeat thing, people killed him for doing the Afrobeat thing. They killed him.
And
like,
more,
why are you sounding
I'm
like
gonna
this?
tell you,
this isn't your sound.
More Life is a top 4 albums from Drake. I don't give a fuck. It's a playlist, bro. You could probably has like what was that, like 20 songs, 18 songs.
But More Life was him stealing the whole Afro pop vibe.
But I get that. But again, people killed them for doing the Afro thing, the Afrobeat thing. And so now that he's doing
people steal Drake's,
but that's fine. But this is what I'm saying. So when it comes to the dance album or the house music or whatever, it's like people are killing him for doing that. But the thing is like I like the fact that he did it. One, he's getting out of his comfort zone, and this goes back to where he's getting out of that comfort zone. Obviously, some of the records are still very Drake-ish with the flows and the bars and the melodies or whatever the case may be. But the thing is, getting out of that to just give you something that he actually enjoyed. And I think that people forget that sometimes, right? As artists, we want to be able to put out music that we enjoy. Like, I really like this record. I'm going to put it out, whatever reception it gets, right? And sometimes as artists, we do tend to put records out because we want records to appeal to the public, but we hate the record. You know, and sometimes maybe that record that we do hate ends up being the record. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of the artists from the 2000s, they hated a lot of the records that they put out, but those ended up being their number ones. You get what I'm saying? But I think, again, Drake has done everything there is to do. So when he put out that dance album, it was something that he enjoyed and he wanted to put out because he can. You get me?
The house fans, they didn't hate him for venturing out into the house space. But Drake fans are like Taylor Swift fans. So they're saying this project is like like one of the best projects House has to offer.
Oh,
That part is not true.
Here comes the Eminem effect.
You know what I mean?
Here comes the Eminem. Like
That
me
part is not
personally,
true.
I want Drake to do a Spanish album. I'm still waiting for that. I want, and this is coming from, I think reggaeton is my favorite genre right now, and this is coming from a fan of that. I want Drake to make a Spanish album.
What did you think about the Spanish song he had on here?
With Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny killed it. I was disappointed because the first record they did,
Cuantos años, like that's he was just. I don't know what he was talking about.
He sounded better on the Romeo record than he did on this record.
100,000%.
Yes.
Romeo probably wrote that.
yes, but like I told him a bunch of times, the first Bad Bunny and Drake record was too ahead of its time. I feel like that record should have been bigger than what it was.
I agree.
But the reason was, I think, it's because Bad Bunny wasn't that dude yet.
Yeah.
And Drake couldn't really. But I want Drake to do a Spanish album. And reggaeton is my favorite genre right now.
I feel like if he did,
And a lot of people in that genre want him to do it.
If he were to do it, it would be a miss.
It wouldn't be a miss. I'm telling you, it would be a miss.
It would be similar to the way he did this House album and the way he did the Afro Pop album. It would just be like a mediocre contribution.
More Life is a freaking classic, in my opinion.
It's not better than any one of Burna Boy's albums.
And I'm not even biased because Drake is not even my top 3 guy. He's not even my top 5. So it's not even being biased. I just love the Drake More Life album. I could go from beginning to end.
It makes sense why you would like it because the Afro Pop sound is amazing, but that project is not better than any one of Burna Boy's albums.
No, but I'm just talking about hip hop in general. I'm not talking about Burna. I'm not putting that out with Drake with Burna Boy. I'm talking about like when
but that's what I'm saying.
His catalog.
That album was that. That album was him
know.
stealing, like just like the House album. I forget what it's called. Honestly, never mind. Right. So
hard title, by the way.
That project is a mediocre project in the house space, in the house genre. You can get so many great albums from average artists that are better. Yeah, but you can
say the same thing about his R&B vibes. He's not a real singer.
But his R&B actually held some weight.
Yeah, but he's not a real R&B singer. We can say the same thing about his R&B vibes.
It was decent. It wasn't like mediocre. It wasn't that mediocre.
The Afrobeats was decent, bro.
That was
Passion
mediocre.
Fruit, Blem, no way. No way.
It was solid. No, I'm not shitting on More Life.
But the R&B is decent. It wasn't
honestly, Nevermind was a miss.
Bro, some of those singing records were some ABC type of hooks and singing records. Can you agree, yes or no?
Yeah.
Some of those R&B Drakes are some cookie cutters where you always talk about the hooks in the song and Fall for Your Type.
No, being simple is not a bad thing, but you got to do it in the right way. So,
but you killed Russ. You killed Russ for that. He did it the simple way.
Yeah, but there's...
But Fall for Your Type. Like, he's not saying nothing great on that record.
There's a way to do simple where it makes sense. Like a lot of the bigger records.
Taylor Swift.
Luke Graham just did a record.
But that's my argument with you. We could say the same thing about his R&B. He's not an R&B singer, bro. He's a rapper first.
Yeah.
And the same way he went to Afro... If he dropped the R&B album right now...
That shit going crazy.
We're saying the same thing. He's like, bro, but he's not really an R&B singer. He's not rap. It's like we're gonna say the same thing. He's not an R&B.
He's better with R&B than trying to.
I mean, he definitely is better than R&B. But
of course, yeah. Of course, yeah.
He's not a house artist.
We're deterring from the actual album we're supposed to be talking about. But I'm gonna just say this. I just think that at this point, right, with everything that Drake does, there's always going to hold some criticism, right? Because we hold him at such a high regard, and he is
social media
and social media too. But he's that guy, right? I'm just gonna put it out there. Yeah. He's that guy. He will never be him, but he's the Michael Jackson of this time.
But when you're that guy, they run you through those.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's what Eminem went through it. Jay-Z went through it. Nas went through it. All the greatest have gone through it.
Now I'm gonna talk about like I'm a bias Drake, but Drake is getting it the hardest. Because
Eminem it always feels like the hardest. Floyd got hit like crazy.
You see, Eminem didn't have social media. Jay-Z didn't have social media. Nas didn't have social media. This goes back to LeBron. Yeah, they could go back. But Jay-Z didn't have when he dropped Blueprint 3. Can you imagine social media when he dropped Blueprint 3?
I agree.
They would have murdered this motherfucker.
But this is what I'm saying.
He dropped Ghetto Techno. He wanted to drop... I don't think a lot of people know this about Jay. He wanted to drop a auto-tune. Blueprint 3 was supposed to be an auto-tune album.
But Blueprint 3 was during the blog era, so they did speak on it.
No, but Blueprint 3 was supposed to be an auto-tune album produced by Kanye. Because this is when the whole auto-tune was getting big. And Jay dropped Ghetto Techno. I don't know if you heard it.
I didn't.
that was an okay record. It's not his brand, but yeah.
That bro, you know how they're killing Drake for doing this cookie cutter rap? Ghetto Techno was a young boy's song.
Yeah, but that was one song. He dropped
hold
worse.
up. He was supposed to do if he did an auto-tune album, he's trying to be like the young kids. And mind you, Blueprint 3, he's already close to being. Blueprint 3 came out in 2011.
He was already like in his 30s, mid 30s.
Late 30s.
Yeah, late 30s.
Late 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And he's dropping auto-tune records. And rapping about, mind you, he's married to Beyonce already. And he's talking about getting all these bitches. I like Ghetto Techno. But I'm a Jay fan, so I can't really. But everyone said, yo, this record's trash. Thinking not being biased. But this record's trash. So I guess Jay got the effect and he changed the album and did this. But Blueprint 3, when they first came out, they killed that motherfucker for that album. Because they're like, yo, the singles, like the Reminder. Mm-hmm. They said, what the fuck is Reminder? They killed them for Reminder. I think Blueprint 3 aged beautifully, my opinion.
It's still on the lower rung of his. It's not that great of.
It's a great album. Blueprint 3 is like what Kendrick's Damn is. If we want to talk about that,
it's not even close.
We could debate this one day.
But we're not talking about that.
It's not even close.
We're not going back to this Kendrick conversation. Could we always do this? But anyway,
before I do, doesn't Damn have all his big hits?
All hits, yes.
His big hits, I'm talking about.
His bigger hits, yes.
Some
Blueprint 3.
No, but his bigger hits are on that album
with Rihanna, right?
Swimming Pools and all that.
Swimming Pools was not a number one.
No, the record with Rihanna was on there, right?
Yeah.
This was Jay-Z's. This was one of his biggest records with New York State of Mind. On to the next. Run This Town.
Yeah.
This was his biggest album when it came to hits.
But it was kind of hollow. It didn't have depth. It's like
but
basketball team with no bench.
You know what I mean? So yeah, but I'm just saying with Drake, I hate the comparison, but Drake and LeBron are getting social media.
But using that same analogy, this doesn't even have like big singles.
Not yet, because we don't know. You only put out one single.
It's not gonna work. It's because if Slime You Out didn't work.
But you gotta think, radio's dead, bro. Compared to back then, like they needed singles.
No, you still get them out. Like they still come out.
But we all even say
Water's been working.
No, but we all even said Drake should not be dropping a single. We all said that.
Yeah, Drake should not be dropping
a single. Not like we all said Nicki should not be dropping a single.
Wait, what do you mean? He's like a big Billboard artist. If anyone should drop a single, he should drop.
Yeah, but if he's gonna drop a single, it has to be like the old school way, right? 6 months before you drop your album.
Yeah.
Drop the single, cycle that single out, and then drop another single 3 months before the album drops. See how that works, and then drop your album.
But that's what Nicki and Cardi did.
But yes, but this is what I'm saying. But the thing is it's not working for Drake, right? Because Drake dropping a single two weeks before his album drops, and then drop another single before his album dropped the next day. It's kind of like, I get it because he can do that because he'll stop the internet, but. I mean, he doesn't give it enough time to live.
God's plan, right? God's plan worked for the album that.
No, he just dropped it. He just dropped that. I don't know.
He dropped it because of Trippie Redd going live and playing the record. He didn't drop it because
he planned it. It just worked.
But God's plan was part of which album? I forget.
It was in no album.
It was on Scorpion.
It was on Scorpion. So
no, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Oh, it was on Scorpion because for the numbers.
Yeah,
it was like the last song on the album.
But that's why the album worked. God's plan helped push it, and then the Hold On, We're Going Home. That worked really well for whatever project that was.
Yeah, but you're going views.
Yes, views.
Yeah, but you're going back to a time where like single was such a like.
It still matters. It still matters. It's the only reason why Doja Cat's album did.
Yeah, but I'm talking about hip. Right now, I just want to talk about hip hop artists.
But she did it right though.
Yeah, she did it right.
She did it right because.
So why not do it right?
She switched up her whole image, and then. Once she switched up the whole image, she single.
Why didn't Kendrick drop a single?
Did he drop a single?
No. He just dropped the album.
So
why does Drake have to drop a single but Kendrick doesn't? And
it's not that they have to, but it's the right.
What was Kendrick's first single? Swimming Pool was the first album, right?
But that kind of speaks to Kendrick's greatness. I mean, Beyonce is the only artist that doesn't have to drop anything.
Drake's up there, bro.
I mean, he'll get the numbers, but
so you can't.
He'll get the numbers.
Beyonce will get the numbers. Even if the album's bad, she'll get the numbers.
He'll get the numbers, but
why didn't Kendrick drop the single the last album?
I think it was just the anticipation behind it. Everybody was waiting for the album
But
to drop.
Drake has anticipation. Bro, he drops this today. If Drake says he's dropping next month, anticipation is going nuts.
No, of course.
But if without a single, well, he did have a single for this one, but
What was the single for this one?
Slime You Out.
Slime Me Out.
Bro, I'm not viewing it as a single, bro.
That was a single, bro.
I'm sorry,
That
bro.
That was a
I'm
single.
sorry.
You're
I'm
not
not-
viewing it as a single because it was a failure, but
No, I'm not.
It was still a
I'm not
single.
viewing it as a single because I'm obviously the rollout, the way he did it. I'm not viewing it as a single. There's no way.
I just feel like Drake need to stop dropping while he's on tour.
I agree.
I think that's because his mindset is not on the marketing side of the album. It's more so I'm on tour, I'm having fun. Let me just
I
do
kind of
this,
think
you know?
he has to stop doing it the way the young kids do it. The young kids, they just record and just put it out.
Yeah.
They don't think about it. There's no. I saw Quavo with the whiteboard and everything. They don't have that. They just record it. They have it on a hard drive, and when they get their time, they put it out like YoungBoy, NBA YoungBoy.
Mhm.
There's no thought process. There's nothing. So Drake has been doing it that way since like What a Time to Be Alive, and I feel like that's been the wrong approach for all this time. Why not sit down and think it through? Kendrick doesn't do that. Kendrick thinks it through, but it's not just him. It's Top Dog and all of them, right? SZA hasn't missed with their albums for that reason. So why not just think it through? I think Drake could release something solid if he just sat out for a little bit.
I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But back to the album because we're talking about other things besides that. What are some of your biggest takeaways from the album? What are your favorite records?
Members Only is hard.
With Party Next Door? I like
The
that
one
record.
with Tizo, the 7.
That's a good record. Tizo sounds great on that record.
I'm gonna be honest. The first 3-4 records was very good.
I agree.
The one with Frank Ocean. Well, I mean, he
Well, the
sampled on
sample,
there,
yeah.
but that record was amazing. And then Virginia Beach, of course.
Yeah, I think the first 4 records was solid. I think Slime You Out is a good record.
One thing I want to say though, with Drake, with this album, I don't think he did it in previous albums. And Lil Wayne, just being on every record, just being like explicit, talking about pussy. Like I can't play that with my brother in the car. I can't play that with in the settings that I play music. You know what I mean? It makes everyone feel awkward. Like we gotta stop that. We gotta stop that in hip hop. Period. Like.
Bro,
Let's change that a little bit. That wasn't the case.
No, I agree.
In the 2000s,
But
that wasn't the
unfortunately,
case.
that's what sells.
I could listen to 50 Cent's whole Get Rich or Die Trying album without a problem. I could listen to all the 2000 albums without a problem. But now all the recent albums, bro, I can't even get through the record, the one single record. It's just pussy this, pussy that. It's like I can't do it. So then you automatically lose an audience that way. And what's the subject matter? Like, what are you saying that's impressive besides I eat this, she sucks my dick, this, that? It's just crazy. It's crazy to listen to with like a family.
Yeah,
in the
but
car.
Drake is just, bro. He just loves females. Like that's his content, bro. Females.
I feel like it went down. Like content wise, he went downhill, and now that's where he's at.
I mean, that's what
I listened to Take Care just recently. The wording, the phrasing on that is like artistic. It's masterful. If you compare that to what's going on here, it's big difference. There's like night and day difference.
But you could do that with a lot of artists, bro. You could do that with a lot of artists.
Yeah, of course. I
But
mean,
like that's why I don't just pick it because we could do that with like like you could say yo Nas is what was the second album, bro?
but when he fell off, we acknowledged it. We said like he fell off. That's been the narrative till he just got with Hit Boy. Nobody's listening to Nas. That's what everyone's been saying till he got with Hit Boy. So with Drake, the reason why Drake is getting hit hard is because they're comparing you to Jay-Z. They're comparing you to the best.
no, they're comparing him to his older projects.
yeah, the comparing is better.
They're not comparing him
I'm
to
talking about.
Hov.
I'm talking about objectively. They're comparing him. They're saying, okay, you're the GOAT. We're talking about whether you're number one of all time or not. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna check every project that you drop in that manner. So,
But
now that you've been dropping, you've been on the
How
decline.
many albums does Drake have?
about 11.
Do we really want to go album for album against Hov right now? Like Reasonable Doubt or Dig Me Later.
No, but that's not how
You're
get
talking
judged.
about the impact behind it. I'm guessing, right?
And total average as well.
Because I would say the same thing about Magna Carta Holy Grail. Everybody hated that album when it dropped.
Yeah, I still dislike it.
I think it was an album
That's a
ahead of
great
its
album.
time.
That's
It's
a
a
great
great
album.
album.
It's okay.
Holy Grail
It's on the lower end of his catalog.
Holy Grail is probably one of the best
top
intros of all
5
time.
records of his whole catalog.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. Because I know where he drew the influences from, and it could have been better. It's okay.
Mm-mm.
That's why with Drake, it's more like LL Cool J was relevant for maybe 2.5 decades. Jay-Z has been relevant for maybe like 30 decades now. 30, 40 decades?
It's a long time. You mean 3 or 4 decades?
Like 3 or 4. What
It's
am I
like 30,
saying?
40
What am I
decades,
saying?
bro. That's like
He's not
that's
1,000
like
years
300
old?
years, bro.
No, I apologize. 3 to 4 decades, right? LL Cool J, 2.5 decades. So Drake is he's past the 1 decade mark, right?
He's going on to 2.
He's halfway towards 2. No?
Yeah.
And we can't even count that because the last 4 or 5 years he's been on the decline. So if you've only lasted 1 decade, I mean, how are we going to put you on the GOAT list?
But people were saying the same thing about J. Cole when he was dropping.
But J. Cole's trajectory was completely different. He wasn't as strong in the middle. And now, with the features and everything, he's been on the climb, actually.
Yeah.
It's been the exact opposite, if anything.
But you know why? Because they always pitted, it was always Drake and Kendrick. And J. Cole was always the middle child.
Yeah.
He was the black sheep.
Black sheep. Like, people were literally like, oh, Cole will never be up to their, and I get it. But the thing is...
But he's showing improved.
Of course.
He's the most improved player in the game.
Of course.
By far.
Out of the 3.
Out of the 3, by far.
Personally, if we're talking like rap skills, I'm putting J. Cole over Drake at this point. I think J. Cole is the
over
better
Kendrick
rapper.
J. Cole off of both of them as of right now.
Rapping abilities, but it has to translate to the album because it didn't on the last one. The last album was just cool. I wasn't blown away. We're blown away by the features, but let's see that album.
What was the last
Nah,
album?
I wasn't
The
blown.
album doesn't match the features. Lil Wayne's album
forgot the name.
matched all the crazy features he had.
Oh, KOD?
Carter 3.
No,
KOD?
KOD was before that.
Oh, the
Off season.
off season.
All
Yeah.
season.
It was a cool album.
Yeah. So his albums haven't matched his features. If he can do that, then they would start talking to him about him in a different manner. He would be on the top 5. He's not on the top 5 right now.
Who?
Cole. He's not on the top 5. Kendrick and Drake, without a doubt, are. Where, that's on you, but like they're definitely in the top 5. Cole's not on there yet.
Are we talking about like the new or overall?
Overall, Cole's not on there yet.
Cole's
Those are
top
my-
10, but he's not top
10.
5.
But Kendrick and Drake are not in my top 5.
They're
Drake's
in
in
the
my
top
top
5.
10. They're in my top 10. Kendrick's not even in my top 10. Well, I'm not a Kendrick fan, so.
But, I mean, me personally, I was getting some messages here and there. People asking me how I feel about the album because, I'm a huge Drake fan. And, I have people text me like, yo, album's mid, album's not that good, da-da-da. And I get it.
But hip hop's been lower than mid.
But
as a whole.
It's hip
Lately, yeah.
hip hop
I
really
agree.
hasn't been like what it is, right? And
It hasn't been impressive.
I'm sorry to say that maybe people agree with hip hop's gonna go or sound how far Drake takes us. And Drake is so mid and lower than mid. Well, people like you say,
Yeah.
we're gonna be like that. Like everyone else is gonna be because
Unless somebody else takes the throne and
but Drake's
the torch.
Drake's how far we go right now when it comes to hip hop, and the music that he's been dropping been decent.
Somebody said Doja Cat's album is better than this Drake album, and I don't know if I want to.
Nah, that's the
I
dumbest
don't know if
comparison.
I-
It's like
I
saying,
agree.
it's like
But
saying,
we
yo,
can't-
Beyonce's last album is better than Kendrick's album. It's like, nah, I'm not doing that comparison. No
Like,
way.
you know
I'm
what-
doing Doja Cat, Drake.
But you know what the thing
though.
is, Doja Cat is
Like an artist.
yeah, but if you really look at it, right, Doja Cat has that something about her, bro. And I said this from the beginning. This is why I say she's my favorite artist, even after all the bullshit that she did and she went through. But I still stuck with it. I was like, yo, Doja Cat is really her. Like, music is great.
Yeah.
Even the what is it? Planet Her, that album, pop album, of course, but the songs on there, they're all written well. the melodies, everything to the features, it all makes sense, right? And I've always said Doja Cat is, as much as we love Cardi, I feel Doja Cat is better than Cardi when it comes to creating records and creating music that's like universal.
But yeah, I agree and disagree. I agree because she has a lot to offer, but at the same time, Cardi's like a business product.
Mm-hmm.
There's like maybe 70 people that had their hands in her. You know what I mean? As in like
Pause, yo.
Do we want to go through some of the Drake? I got some Drake standout lyrics from Drake's album right here.
Go for it, man. Because we haven't even talked about the album. We talked about everything but the album.
There's a ton of people that play a part in the business of Cardi B. So when it comes to artists like that, it's hard to compete with them.
Handle beef so quiet, you think that I'm letting it slide. Next thing you know, we tiptoeing past enemy's lines.
That's the other thing. This project had some of the most cringiest Drake lines ever, probably.
That was a hard bar, by the way.
It was.
I'm just saying. that was hard, yeah.
Can you say that again?
Handle beef so quiet, you think that I'm letting it slide. Next thing you know, we tiptoeing past enemy lines.
I mean, it's
bar, bro.
It's
this right here goes out to Mahdi, yo. Would they ever give me my flowers? Well, of course not. They don't want to have that talk because it's a sore spot.
It's not anything. I feel like it's just talking at that point.
So
it's not a bar.
So is he pulling the Eminem right now? Yeah, he's just rapping, just rap.
He's there, but there's gonna be less.
Baby girl, Adonis need a sister, okay, and my baby mom out the picture, okay. Think I'm Illuminati because I'm rich? Well, okay. Well, I just think they're picking like lines like. Feel like I'm bi because you are one of the guys, girl.
That's just trash. I'm sorry, that line is trash. But I do agree with you. There was a lot of cringy lines on this album where I'm listening to it and I'm just like, but those cringy lines work for the younger crowd. It doesn't work for us because we look at the lines and we're just like, yeah, I don't know.
But all the stuff done for the younger crowd, it doesn't age well. And in time, it's looked at in a funny manner, like, "Oh shit, we were doing that."
But it's kind of like the same thing where Biggie said, "He's like, you look so good, I suck your daddy's dick."
Yeah, like I'm sure he wasn't like proud of that.
Did Drake diss on Rihanna?
That's a good one. I was about to say that. I was like, do we really think Drake dissed Rihanna?
But the daddy's dick part, y'all know that comes from the Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Eddie Murphy or no, it's not Eddie Murphy. It's
not Richard Pryor, is it?
I think it's
Richard Pryor. Okay. Yeah.
Did Drake diss Rihanna? Rihanna's one of Rihanna's people.
I felt like that line was cringy too.
The anti? Nah, I kind of.
He said, I'm anti. I'm like, what?
No, not the anti. The Rocky one.
No.
Whether things could get rocky ASAP?
Yeah.
No, that's a bar.
That's a bar. Yeah.
That's a bar.
Come on, that's such a subtle bar. It's
my brother could have done that. That's like it's like a freebie.
Nah, man, you gotta get intricate, bro.
There's no skill.
He's like the way they rave and put forth on their back and leave flowers. Come on, think about it, man. Come on, man, that's a bar.
The most bars that he has on this album is in the 8 a.m. joint.
But like bars wise,
yeah.
I mean, I think Virginia Beach did well. I think that.
Yeah, Virginia Beach. I'm not gonna hate on that.
The record with Cole, I thought he was gonna like go hard, but it was like I'm listening to. It's like he kept it very simple.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Drake just gave him the alley-oop because I think Drake gets more impact than Cole does when it comes to people listening.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my opinion. I think Drake, because he was rapping, but J. Cole raps more on that record, and I feel like Drake was like, you know what, I want to give him his flowers and let people hear him rap and go off.
So I'm gonna put it like this, right? So far, J. Cole's 2 out of 3.
Oh, on the
features
collabs,
with
right?
Drake.
Yeah,
he lost Jodeci.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about?
Everyone agrees with the Jodeci because Drake is.
You said J. Cole lost to Drake on Jodeci?
Yeah.
Drake bodied him.
Yeah.
No way. You say Cole's 2 and 3 against Drake? In the morning, Drake bodied him.
No, I'm saying 2 for 3 because I feel J. Cole did better than Drake on Jodeci.
Oh, okay. In the morning, you say you give it to Drake.
Yeah, Drake has
Come on,
in the
that's
morning.
his bag. Yeah.
Yeah,
In the morning, it's Drake's bag. Like,
but I personally think J. Cole got him in
I don't know what Cole was thinking in the morning. Like, you know what? I'm gonna get Drake. And Drake was like, I bet.
Drake gave us literally that morning, like I just woke up morning voice on that record. You know,
that was a metaphor itself, yo. His voice. But no, that's my opinion with the quote. That I think he was like, because I think he was like, you know what? Let me let Cole just go off, and I'll just be here, like give you a mid. I don't know. That's just me. And mind you, this is my take. Drake's gonna be Maul and Roy's next guest.
That would be fucking crazy.
And they're not gonna deny it. You know how they denied Joel and Crooked Eyes interview because he was like, you know, I'm not. They'll accept this interview. Drake's so petty. His next interview is gonna be with Maul and Roy. Because he's done with tour yesterday or today or yesterday. Yeah. They're gonna fly out to Toronto. They're gonna interview him. That's how petty this motherfucker's gonna be.
I believe it. And
I'll put money it's gonna happen. Because the way he's going, dissing Parks, I'm like, all right. I thought I was gonna text this yesterday, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna save it for tomorrow.
You know what the funny part is? Like I said in the chat, I was like, this is Drake finally responding to Joe Budden after 6 years when he put out those diss records.
But yeah, Maul and Rory, I have a feeling that's gonna be their next skit, and they're not gonna say no. They're gonna be like, you know what, fuck this, let's do it. And that's the best way, in my opinion, to get back at Joe Budden and Park is like, you know what? I'm gonna give them the interview.
But the funny thing is, like, everyone on Joe Budden's show is a fan of. They're not even a fan. They're like a stan of Drake.
Yeah, but that's why he didn't diss him. He only did some Joe Budden and Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice is crazy.
I'm gonna be honest.
Joe Budden, including Joe Budden.
No, I know. But Joe Budden is very outspoken for things he never achieved. Like, I guess we do a podcast.
Yeah, but we do the same for LeBron James.
This goes back to this is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I get we do a podcast, but we don't really have the platform like that.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, if we get the platform, we get the sponsors. There's certain things we should not be saying. I feel like we say a lot of things.
I kind of disagree because if you love the art of whatever it is, whether it be music or sports, and you're good enough to where people trust your opinion, you should just stay honest. Like Stephen A. Smith, he's not good at basketball at all, but we trust his opinion.
Yeah. It's kind of like me, like, you know.
Yeah, but
I'm an artist, but you know, I've never had those accomplishments. But I'm telling you from like crap perspective.
It's like Hov said, they try to tell you how to do it, but they never did it. It's like
sure.
It's like I get it. Obviously, we can critique. But
with that Jay-Z line, right?
And Jay-Z said it he said it already home, and he said it another time.
So they can't tell you how to do it, but they can tell you what's been done because they'll feel the impact. Their fans, right?
So he said they can't tell you how to do it.
You know how Jay-Z said numbers don't lie? They do. So I feel like with that line,
numbers. Well, he was talking to 50. Like, that's a whole different. And he was talking to the wrong guy when it came to numbers because 50 is a numbers guy.
But numbers lie. I mean, that's what we're dealing with now.
Like, obviously, you know, I get on LeBron's case. But, like, I feel like a guy with Drake.
Like, Drake shouldn't go to Joe Budden and say, hey, what should I do for this? Because Joe Budden may not have the best plan. I mean, he's not the go-to guy for
Joe Budden did give him advice. He's like, yo, bro.
Yeah, but I would say not to necessarily listen to it. But listen to the podcasters because they're like... it's like that device that you put on gold or not a gold, diamonds, and it lets you know.
Yeah, lets you know who's real and what's not.
If it's fake or not, right? But it itself doesn't have any skill.
No, I get it. No. I agree with you. I agree. If you're good at what you're doing when it comes to reviews, opinions, and all, keep going. Like, because people hate Skip Bayless for his taste. Like, I get it. But like,
he's a meter. He lets you know like where you're at.
No, yeah. But with Drake, it comes to a point. It's like he could sit back and be like, you know what? I kind of feel like I'm falling off. You know what? Hold on. Yeah. He might be like, you know what? I think I am falling off. Who does Drake go to have that conversation with?
His mom.
You know what I mean? It's like, you're not going to go to...
He goes to 40, I feel like.
And I feel like you're taking too much blame 40, and 40 is not the one to blame. 40 made Drake. But Drake's not going to go like to Ross and be like, yo, or Cali. He's not going to be... Like, I feel like Drake... Who does Drake go to?
He should go to Diddy.
Hell no. Don't go to Diddy.
That could be a good one, but the relationship is not really like that.
I would say go to Rick Rubin.
or Rick Rubin?
I go to Rick Rubin, really sit there and be like, "Yo, do you think I'm falling off?"
Because
Like,
he's not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, because I feel like Drake's thing, he'll go to like Khaled or Ross and be like, or Lil Yachty, be like, "Yo, what do you think I'm going through?"
But the thing
what
is,
happened, yo? Yo, you good, bro? You got great. Yeah.
I'm thinking on somebody. I can't even drink coffee.
the coffee busted all over you, bro.
Yeah, you good, bro? Your eyes want some coffee? Yeah.
I just think that
like, who does Drake go to?
Drake needs to go to people who have moved the needle, right? And I personally don't think Khaled has ever moved the needle.
But that's his problem. But I'm just like, he goes to his buddies.
And that's the problem. Again, this is why I personally, you got to go to those icons, to those people who have actually shown you what they do, right? Obviously, Rick Ross has hits. We're not going to deny that. Obviously, Khaled has hits. We're not going to deny that. But we're not going to sit there and be like, did Ross really move the needle? Like, really think about, did Ross really move the needle in hip hop? Did Khaled really move the needle in hip hop? Did Meek move the needle in hip hop? You know what I'm saying? You got to go to those people. Like, you got to go to like Rick Rubin. You got to go to like Diddy. You got to go to you know, Dr. Dre. You got to really talk to those people who really shifted the culture.
Go ahead.
Let's keep it real. Don't go to Khaled. That's a marketing guy. He's not gonna tell you, "Oh, that record ain't it." It doesn't matter what trash you play. He's gonna be like, "Oh, they're not ready for this. Another one." You know what I mean? He's gonna drown you.
Mind you, Khaled's fallen off badly, and I don't know when it started, but it started a couple years ago.
It started after Tyler took the #1 spot from him. That's where it started.
I think it started with him getting money, and then he got comfortable.
Damn, that's like when it first started.
He got a bunch of money and then just got comfortable.
I'm gonna tell you, I think Drake.
I feel money, just a general thing, right? I feel money ruins a lot of goats.
So we shouldn't get money. We should be broke and just create great content.
Just give me all the debt, bro.
No, just give me all the debt. Yeah, let's be broke and make some great music. Yeah.
Learn how to stay disciplined. Learn how to stay
hard,
disciplined,
bro. You know that money management is one of the hardest thing in America. Money management. A lot of people don't know how to handle money management. But anyways, before I don't want to get away from Drake because Drake is Damn, I was gonna say something crazy. This is what I was saying. I think Drake has it in him to give us the album he has, because you gotta listen to 8 a.m. in Charlotte.
I think he has it in him,
but he just doesn't want to, because I think Drake's playing the TikTok YouTube game.
He's playing the numbers game.
No, I think Drake has it in him, but he doesn't know what it is, and he needs somebody else to bring that out. I don't think he knows what it is, and that's what he's been doing with the last 5 albums, just rolling the dice. And he's like, "Why is it not working?" So he got frustrated, and he lashed out on Charlemagne and Joe Budden when they're not anything compared to you. It's a weird thing. Like, for you to respond means you're acknowledging.
Yeah, but it's a lose-lose if you respond, if you don't respond. Yeah.
Yeah, but for him to get frustrated enough to respond means he's acknowledging.
So who can he respond to then?
No, it's not about. He's responding because he did his best. This project was his best, and he's like, "Why is it not working? Man, fuck yeah." That's how he feels. So he's frustrated for sure.
Joe Budden saying stop fucking them 25-year-olds is crazy when Joe Budden was fucking 25-year-olds at the same age.
Yeah, but Joe Budden is saying that because this album just sounds like annoying stuff, like somebody younger would say. You know what I mean? He's not giving you any gems that he used to give back then. You know what I mean? Like, you would learn stuff from like So Far Gone. You would learn stuff from Take Care.
I am be honest. There's no
whether it be about your feelings or like different cultures or something.
I didn't really learn
like certain words, certain.
It did not help me in life. Yeah, but like Blueprint,
you'd pick up something new from it. From this, it's like I already know.
I did. I picked up something new from this album.
You know? What did you?
The 8 a.m. in Charlotte. There's some bars in there that I'm like,
but that record he might have made that week.
In members only.
That record he probably made that week because he felt bad. You know, he didn't feel confident about the album.
We don't know that though. We can't
like
say
that record doesn't match the album. For you to have that record,
I disagree.
It doesn't match the album.
Go expand.
I disagree because if you listen to the whole album, it gives you a whole
boo back.
No, it gives you a whole roller coaster of emotions, right? It starts off very Starts off almost very like emotional, right? It starts off very emotional, the way it leads into the other records to where it leads to a very cocky tone, and then from the cocky tone leading into more like a champion version of him to him leading into remembering what it was, if that makes sense, right? So I think me personally, the way I listen to this album is all I think about is him basically talking about his trophies, and how he feels personally, and how basically I think he knows that he's kind of dwindling away. But how do I stay relevant? And the only way to stay relevant is following the sound. But that's how I listen to this album. Because even going to like the 2 leaks, right? To when was the war record?
Slime You Out?
No, not Slime You Out. It's hold on, give me a second.
I feel like Virginia Beach and this freestyle. Is it 8 a.m.?
8 a.m. Yeah,
In where?
8 a.m. in Charlotte.
8 a.m. in Charlotte, right? I feel like these two records are on a different caliber than the rest of the album.
So
That's some other box scenario.
No, but I
No,
mean
in that caliber. In that caliber.
So like
the record with Yachty is hard, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I personally, I like the record with Chief Keef.
That shit hard.
I like that record.
That shit hard.
You know what I'm saying? So like the record Tried Our Best and what's the other record? Where is it? Tried Our Best.
What's the record where he's kind of
and What Would Pluto Do? Right? Those were 2 leaks. 2 leaks from a couple, like a year ago or like 2 years ago.
That Pluto record's hard too.
That shit hard.
I
mean, I wish he had Future on it still, but you know, those 2 records, those were leaks, and obviously we know those records are kind of on a dated side. But those were 2 records that still gave us that like Drake feel that we wanted, right? Me personally, I know a lot of people might be shitting on this song, but Away From Home, I really like that record because he's talking about he like basically saying like I'm always on the road, like I never get time to I never experience what things should really be, right? So I'm always giving y'all what y'all want. So when I give y'all what y'all want, y'all still don't champion me in a sense.
That's Eminem.
But that's what I'm saying. But again, this is that's how I read this album, right? It's like I give y'all y'all want the old Drake, I give you the old Drake, little bits and pieces here. We're never gonna get the old Drake. I think people really need to understand we're never gonna get Take Care Drake. We're never gonna get Nothing Was the Same Drake. We're not getting So Far Gone Drake.
But leave that shit alone. Those Drakes, it's about getting something as great. Like, give me an experience as great as that.
Yeah, but I mean,
and these are like watered down.
So this is what I see, right?
I feel like my bad for cutting it. I just think we're never satisfied. I think we're too spoiled as fans and just people in general in hip hop because we want.
Well, I kind of feel like every artist in every genre goes through these phases.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And
midlife
then they
crisis.
kind of
midlife crisis.
No midlife crisis. Like artists are hot at one point and then they fizz out. That's what's supposed to happen. This is just natural. But in hip hop, because of artists like LL Cool J, because of artists like Jay-Z, people expect artists to last way longer than they should. It's like this is not normal. For Drake to have a 10+ year run is not normal. So for him to fizz out now, I kind of feel like it's supposed to happen.
He has the longest run staying on top.
I agree.
And I think 50 comes right after. Well,
Jay-Z has had the longest overall run.
But not being the top guy though.
As a top guy, it's Drake.
Jay-Z's not even in that conversation because I'm talking about Drake and 50 were the top, and Wayne were the top guys when the run was like Jay was consistent, but he wasn't like.
But 50 and Lil Wayne don't compare to Drake's. Drake had like a whole
50's run. Yeah, I get it, but 50's run, man. That shit was fucking. I wish I could live. You know when Drake said, "I wish I could live it twice." Bro, I would have lived the 50 run again. Like that experience.
I remember the Spanish station. They would take like Spanish records and just put his vocals on top. That 50, was crazy.
I feel like
because 50 had a run until Drake came out. Once Drake came out, that's where 50's run kind of dwindled out. Because around that time, that's when Wayne started his run. And then Drake started his run right after Wayne.
Bro, they took 50's vocals and put it over Indian song beats, bro. And they would play it at a wedding. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
Bro, like, 50... And this goes back... I know we're changing artists, but I think 50 is like I feel like 50 doesn't get the. I feel like 50 has the reputation. I don't know who gave him this.
I said this like Drake had the longest run, but 50 had the highest high.
Yes.
Yeah, he had the highest high. I personally still believe this, and I'm gonna live by this, and I'm gonna die by this. 50 had the biggest impact in hip hop history.
Yeah.
50 had the biggest impact.
Bro, everybody was wearing wife beaters for no fucking reason.
Highest high, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, he had the highest of the high. Drake, he has the longest tier being the highest, but 50 had the highest of the high. Like, I feel like he was up there with Eminem. Yeah, like that level high.
Bro, when 50 dropped, even in a lot of interviews from like Irv Gotti, Hove, like when 50 dropped, they were like, yo.
Jay knew what 50 was doing.
Yeah, and they were like, everybody was like, we gotta take a back seat till this shit sizzles out because we're done. Like, we're not gonna be able to do anything.
I don't know who gave us this thing
but Dr.
that
Dre played a big
50 yeah, but that's a lot of 40 was the main reason Drake has that sound. Like it's like
Rick Rubin played a big part in Hove.
A lot. But anyways, and Dame Dash too, by the way.
Dame Dash.
And Biggs too. Anyways, 50, I don't know who gives him this rep that says, yo, he was just one album and done. Like, if you really go down to Massacre and the Curtis albums are better than a lot of albums that drop.
You know what's funny? I go back to the Curtis album. There's a lot of hits on there that I forgot about.
It's not even hits. Even the feelings. I feel like people, like 50 said, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about people in general. They just got tired of that motherfucker winning because he talks so much shit. Like 50's when he was winning, he was talking so much shit. Like it's like, damn, like this motherfucker. Yeah, you couldn't win. Like he was like a Draymond Green. Like when he wins, he was talking so much. Like you got to think of Beg for Mercy, TOS, all these albums, and then 50. I think that after Curtis, that's when he just started because he gave us Before I Self Destruct, and he even said, he said, I gave y'all what y'all wanted.
This is a hot take. Ready?
Curtis's best album.
No. 50 gave Kanye his best first week sales.
No, that's a fact. The marketing is a fact.
Bro, 50 helped Kanye get that platinum record.
But let's not forget, 50 sold like 800, 900,000.
No, of course. Bro,
like but think about it. 50 gave us what we wanted. People are like, yo, 50, we want the old 50 back. Before I Self the Show, you listen to the album, it was a decent album. It was the 50s like, damn, that was the power of the dollar 50. And 50's like, damn, I gave y'all what y'all wanted and you still not happy? So, yo, fuck yeah. I'm going to movies. It's like, look, but Curtis, you got to think, I Get Money. That's not a classic record.
That shit hard. I remember when that shit came out too. That shit was crazy.
Ayo Technology. That's
I was one of the few that didn't like the.
You're nuts. I Get Money is a fucking crazy record.
Get Money had the hood on lock.
My Guns Come Out.
No, they didn't. They didn't fuck with Get Money. They didn't fuck with Get Money.
Not what I saw.
They didn't fuck with Get Money.
That shit was blasting all over.
Pressed by the radio, but they didn't love Get Money.
Nah, I Get Money was like Curtis to me was a good album, me personally. But
Curtis was the one that had the 187, right?
Curtis 187. That record fucking hard, yeah.
But yeah, like what Get Rich or Die Trying did, and the Massacre was like a baby Get Rich or Die Trying. But after that, he just didn't have that same momentum.
No, but I still say Massacre is better than Get Rich or Die Trying to me.
There's a lot of people that would say different, just because it doesn't go all the way through. Get Rich or Die Trying may be like the best hip hop album.
I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a perfect album.
Yeah, it's a perfect
album. From beginning to end, there's no skippables. I listen to Get Rich or Die Trying just the way one song goes after another. And the features, they're not so random. They make sense, you know.
You don't want to turn it off because you feel like you're gonna miss something. So it just like from front to finish is perfect.
Get Rich or Die Trying is definitely, if not top 3, definitely top 2 best albums in hip hop of all time. I'll debate on that all day, every day.
We could debate because I got Massacre over Get Rich or Die Trying.
That's fine.
But
I got Massacre over. I'm gonna be honest. The record with Eminem on Massacre is very underrated.
Which one?
You see, I'm bad with Nate. What the fuck is it called with Eminem and 50?
It's not Gatman and Robin, right?
Gatman and Robin.
That record hard, yo.
Bro.
That record hard. Bro, I was listening to it in the gym. I was like, yo, I forgot how crazy this record is.
You guys are alone on that one.
No, you don't think that record's hard?
It's like there's stuff that artists do that's experimental. Like when you first hear it, it's cool, but you can't. Once you try to repetitively hear it, it gets annoying.
Not
so
for
I feel
me.
like that's one of those.
I disagree.
What's that record? Psycho? Is it Psycho? It's called Psycho, right? That he did with Eminem. 50 did with Eminem. It was before I self-destruct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those records. Like when you first hear it, it's like, whoa, this is cool, and then it gets annoying.
A lot of the records that 50 and M have done don't age well. But
Patiently Waiting.
Patiently Waiting is a classic.
Amazing.
It's you know.
But
Gatman and Robin's good.
Gatman and Robin up there.
Crack a Bottle was a good record, and I think it still holds weight now with him and with 50 M and Dre. I think it's a good record, regardless of the fact if it was on Relapse.
I feel
I still
it's
think
more
it's a good record.
experimental,
But I think it still holds weight.
Yeah, there's certain stuff that's just more experimental. It's like it sounds cool, like I'm maybe on a mixtape or something.
I'm gonna say this: 50 has the best first 3 albums. He's top 3 in artists, dropping the first 3 albums.
No, because the top 2 is the one that we're speaking about. I mean, I don't even know what the third album is, but third album didn't have that much of an impact.
I'll put Curtis up there.
He's
one of the few artists that top 3 artists he did not miss.
Nah, the third one he definitely missed because I don't even know what the album is.
It was Curtis.
It was Curtis.
Yeah, that was a miss.
That was a miss. He sold 800, 900,000
no
units.
See, that's what you guys are getting wrong. Drake sold 500 or 450,000 here. When your name is that big, you sell regardless. You could literally fart on the album, and it would sell that because your name has that much momentum.
Name me an artist that has better first 3 albums than him.
Kendrick easily. He has the best 4 albums.
All right, name me another one. Because Jay's not up there.
And Nas is
not up there. I don't know
people's discography.
Nas is not up there. Jay's
Nas
first
is
3
not up
albums definitely. The Massacre was not better. In my lifetime wasn't better than The Massacre.
If Biggie would have lived, obviously.
Oh yeah, I
him,
agree.
But,
yeah.
I don't.
Nas, no, because Nas' third album was
probably
bad.
Tupac.
Nas'
You could
third
probably
album
put
was
Tupac.
bad.
You could probably put Tupac.
I don't even know.
What was it? Illmatic.
Stillmatic was good. It was better than. It wasn't as good as Illmatic.
Nostradamus, I think, was his third album.
That was a flop.
Yeah.
Name me an artist that was better than the first 3 albums 50 dropped. Because Drake's not on that list.
Eminem's up there.
You see, there we go. Eminem, Kendrick.
I'll put Drake up there.
Drake, no. Thank Me Later does not compete with Get Rich or Die Trying. I'm saying that could compete with 50's first 3 albums.
T.I. probably. I don't know. Maybe T.I.
You got to think, 50 only dropped like 4 or 5 albums. 50 is, bro, you really go about his first 3 albums is very, like, it's hard for artists to beat his first 3 albums.
I'll probably say Kanye.
Yeah, but Kanye's
like already like
Kanye's God level.
Yeah, Kanye's like, Kanye. No, but think about Jay's not on that list. Nas is not on that list. Drake's, in my opinion, Drake's not on that list. Drake's first album does not compete with Eminem's first album. Not In My Lifetime is not up there with Massacre, bro.
Okay, yeah.
I like In My Lifetime. That's one of my favorite.
That was his third album.
Second album.
Oh, okay.
I love In My Lifetime. That's one of my favorite underrated albums. But I was like,
all right, so let's wrap up the Drake conversation. Because we've been on that shit for literally, let's see, we've been on
this is a Drake.
It has to be.
We've been on it for over an hour.
He says he's gonna stop doing music because he has a stomach issue.
I'm with it. Enjoy your time off. Spend your money. Make videos.
What issue from? Is it from like the?
It could be from the surgery.
Yeah, well, is it?
Imagine the lipo.
How you laughing about someone's illness, man? You like Carbs over here. I know it's over here about to die and shit. He's like, I want to troll, but I'm gonna leave it. How you gonna troll someone about to die?
No, nobody told him to go get that stomach.
No, that's
deflation.
True.
You know.
I mean, overall.
But still, were you? You said, "No, I'm gonna chill."
Overall, all I'm gonna say is, Drake, take care of yourself.
A good doctor tells you
we still love you.
No, I agree. But like
again, Drake, we still love you.
Like the DC Young Flies situation. It's like, yeah, bro, you know what I mean?
No,
you're not gonna.
We get it.
You're not gonna laugh at that situation. It's like, yo, nobody told you to get surgery. Like, it's like, come on, yo. Certain things like you can't laugh at Drake because he got his little lipo thing because he wanted to look sculpted.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You're not the only one, right? Like
Moneybagg Yo. Kanye did it.
Moneybagg Yo did it.
Yeah, they say Moneybagg Yo did it too.
He did?
Yeah.
Because I didn't look at his. And his new post he did when he was at the gym.
Yeah.
That shit look too perfect, bro. Ain't no way.
Yeah, I guess Drake does move the needle, right?
Yo, that's crazy.
You see what?
Yeah, I see what you did there. But overall, Drake, feel better. I hope you get better. We love you. We still feel, again, your album. There's always gonna be mixed reviews.
Is he the best album hip hop this year?
No,
I'm not saying a lot, but I'm just saying.
No.
I still think I will put Doja Cat up there.
That's not a hip hop album.
That is a hip hop album.
I'm not putting that. I guess
there's some other albums.
I guess Justin Timberlake is a hip hop artist too, man.
Bro.
Goddamn it.
There's other albums.
But I'm talking about mainstream.
No, I'm not. I'm just talking
I
overall.
think from UK, maybe somebody from UK.
Why do you think Central C was on this album?
Because he did the freestyle.
That don't mean shit. He did an album with freaking 21 Savage, and he's on this fucking album again. That's the one feature I was like, Drake, why? You just gave us a whole album with this.
Again, I'm still living by this, and I'm gonna die on this. I don't want to hear Drake with 21 Savage the same way I don't want to hear Drake with Future.
You know what? This is what I want. Drake's next album. Him and Ross. Give me that collab real quick, and it'll change every conversation.
I want him to go back to being an artist. Stop being a rapper and go back to being an artist.
Just give us the album with Ross, please.
Give me another Views.
Talk about singles.
so
Do you think
people
Shaq
can
and
talk
Kobe is aging well, man?
No, I told you that shit was.
But my thing,
the marketing's good, but the record's not good.
You think the marketing is good on that?
Yeah.
My thing with Drake is like, So Far Gone was when he was struggling, right? He was struggling relatively, right? And he was going through life experiences. With all the money that you've had, you're telling me you don't have anything to talk about? With all the business deals that you've done, with all the new people that you've met, with all the women that you've slept with, there's nothing worth talking about?
Yeah, I didn't hear no female names in this album.
Well, no, you did, because Charlene. Whatever.
Yeah, but that bar was trash. I'm sorry, but that shit is Charlene, Darlene, Marlene, like that shit. I was listening. I'm like, yeah, that ain't it. I'm sorry, Drake.
What do you think Pusha's saying?
Pusha laughing right now.
No, he heard 8 a.m. was like, okay.
I
heard some Pusha disses in here.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Pusha gonna come crazy on the album with him and his brother on the
He's gonna
Clips
diss
album.
him,
Oh no,
obviously.
for sure, and that shit gonna be crazy.
And I think Drake should come back. Mind you, I think Drake Pusha won the battle between them, but I think Dumpy is aging better than Pusha's this.
It was shock value.
Yes.
It was shock value.
Yo, Dumpy hard, yo.
Wait,
Dumpy's crazy.
What's it called?
Dumpy.
Is it called
Duppy freestyle by Drake.
Duppy, yeah.
Bro, that shit.
It's-
That beat.
But I said it was hard when it dropped, just so.
Yeah, me
get
too.
that out
But I
there.
was like, the Pusha effect, he just did all that. But the aging wise, that Pusha this is not aging very well. It's like the Remy Ma this. It didn't age. She bodied her, but it's not aging very well.
I agree.
I don't get artists, man. I don't get, like, when you're broke and struggling, we hear the pain. We hear all the different details. Like, we feel like we're in the room with you. We're going through life with you. And then when they get rich and get successful, it's like the driest, most watered down, most washed out shit.
It's because you're not stressed no more, bro.
Maybe they need to go back to being broke.
It's like,
bet
bro,
everything on a basketball game or something.
just imagine you don't know what you're gonna eat tonight. It's like you're gonna do whatever it takes. But if you're over here saying, yeah, I'm gonna have lobster tonight, say, bro, I'm not gonna stress.
But let me hear about that. Let me hear how you order lobster.
You want to hear what's up with lobster eating?
Like, how
Like,
do you get it cut up?
You want to know how he's gonna eat it? What finger he's putting in
What
his
kind
mouth?
of fish do you get? Like,
This guy's
how do you
nasty,
like
yo.
your burger? Is it medium? Like, how, let me
I
get
like
the
it
whole
medium.
experience.
I need to see red in my
My man
burger.
gonna be like medium. He gonna be like medium rare sirloin, ravioli on the side. Like, hold on, what? Hold on, let me write this down.
You know what I heard yesterday? Diplomatic immunity.
That record.
That shit hard.
That record hard, bro.
And Money in the Grave.
Bro, his Scary Hour packages, they're crazy. People sleep on those, and I feel like those are the best tidbits of what Drake should be giving us.
I feel like Drake might end up at Eminem. Is like we're not gonna realize how appreciative he was until he's done. He's not here no more.
Yeah, but I mean, people appreciate Eminem. They're gonna appreciate Drake.
Have they
But
heard you talk?
when your time, but when your time is up, your time is up.
Nah, yeah,
His time's not up.
I know. No, Drake's time is coming to an end, and it's okay. And I think as fans, we just don't want it to end.
It wouldn't feel as weird if there was somebody there, but it's like vacancy.
But you know
like
what the
empty.
thing is? Again, I think we're in a time right now, right, where hip hop is the biggest genre in the world. We're finally starting to understand that there's more to hip hop than just that 18 to 27, 28 window.
Yeah.
That there's more past that. from listening to like Griselda,
Yeah.
to Hove, to Nas, to what's his name, JPEG Mafia, listening to these guys where there's more to hip hop, and I understand it. And again, it goes back to what Joe Budden was talking about, right? Give us something about us older people that we can resonate to, where we can believe you in what you want to say, and we get that. But I think that with Drake taking this little bit of time off, it'll make us appreciate his music a little bit more and really appreciate what he can bring to the table. So we just got to really just let it rock, right?
Who's that one artist besides Jay-Z and Nas right now is giving you that grown talk?
Benny.
Benny's not. Nobody knows Benny yet.
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
But he's up. That gave us an album that you were like, you know what, I can relate to that.
Kendrick, of course, but
yeah.
Kendrick with his last
Who's
album.
really doing the grown talk though?
Nobody.
Besides Jay-Z and Nas.
Nobody.
Yeah, but that's why
It's and mind you, how old are they?
They're in their late 40s, 50s.
Bro, Jay-Z's 53.
There you go.
So when Joe Budden
but Joe Budden spoke on that. He said, "I'm not liking any of these rappers."
No, but I get it. But when a lot of fans saying, "Yo, Drake, I want you to give us like that grown talk," but who in rap is giving us that grown talk besides Jay-Z and Nas?
But Jay-Z did at this age. Nas did at this.
Yeah, but at 37, he sprinkled it. But he was still doing the like,
he gave
shake
enough.
your ass, like anything. When Usher, the strip club record that everyone hates, I heard. Anything on Kingdom Come, the little strip club record that he did. You know what I mean? He sprinkled it. He sprinkled, but Jay didn't give us the 444 at 37, 38. So like, who's giving us that grown talk at 37 right now? Like, I feel like we're trying to force Drake. Like, Drake, you gotta give us the thing for us.
I mean, let's be honest.
Like Meek's 36, 30. He gives us like the Shaq and Kobe. He says some bar, but then he starts singing like Lil Durk in the other record.
That's fine as long as you give enough. But this project didn't have all that much.
No, I agree. But like, no, I'm just saying for the people who say, "Yo, Drake, give us that grown talk." But who in hip hop is giving us the grown talk?
But I think the main reason why everyone's just staring at Drake, because you shouldn't be. The main reason why everyone's staring at Drake is because, okay, we went from, I can only go so far back, but we went from Jay-Z to Eminem to 50 Cent to Kanye West
to Lil Wayne.
It's like seamlessly. There was no gaps. Like it went seamlessly.
Yeah, but now we have no one behind him.
There's nobody.
That's why Drake's still on top, because there's no one behind him to come right after.
Yeah, because nobody's going, okay,
so Drake
I'm
is
gonna...
like, hi, I'm here.
Like, he's in the lead, all the way in the lead, bro. Like, it's not even...
And you know what the problem is?
If there was someone there, nobody would be complaining about Drake like this.
And the problem is, that's a good take. And the problem is, everyone who wants to come next are trying to sound like Drake.
Yeah, that's another problem
and
too.
that's the issue. But
it's like, why would we
want a bootleg Drake when we could get the real Drake?
Yeah, just give us the.
But
real
again,
Drake.
I think
was Russ' album better than this?
I'm gonna say
it should have.
I'm not sure.
Come on, man.
I can't really say. I'm not sure.
Who Russ is? It
I'm
should
not
have
sure.
clearly been better.
Russ said this is his 444, man.
That's on that. Well, that's him. But
this is his best album he ever created.
That's completely false.
But that's to him.
But again, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. We're at a well, Drake is at that middle age, right, where it's just like not too young.
Yeah,
he's gonna be 37 in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
in 3 years.
And I understand why he's still doing the the music that he does, because again, he technically is, if you want to be honest, he is the OG to the younger generation.
But he's still a young guy.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. He's the OG, right? So that's why he does the music that he does, which I get.
You know what's crazy? I think he's the first OG to be on top. I don't think there's ever been an OG on top like this.
The main guy?
The main guy.
Yeah, because Jay was on the main guy, but he was just
like
he was just surfing like on the level.
But in early 2000s, he was young. Like he was in. So when he was the Blueprint One, all those projects were dropping. He was still young.
I need to know how old he was, because he came in the game at 26. Because he already like 30 when he was talking about like I Just Won and all that Blueprint. He was already 30, right?
Blueprint One?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Like, I think he was 31, 32. And like,
I think people don't understand, right? As people who obviously we're in our 30s, early 30s, we're just...
do me a favor. Can you look at which album dropped when he was 36? Jay, I just want to see like I want to see like, was he elevating his raps when he was 36, like same age as Drake.
So obviously, again, back to what I was saying. So I feel like we're at an age right now where we're still enjoying our life. We just came out of the pandemic. We're just getting back to normal, and it's just things are changing, right? And I get why Drake is doing this type of music. Obviously, most of the time it's not my favorite, but I get it why he's doing, right? The relevancy, the staying on top. But regardless of the fact, I think that we're at a point where Drake can't fail, but people want him to fail. And regardless, even if it is a miss to other people, to him it's just like it's a miss to you, but I'm still here no matter how much.
I disagree. I think this is my opinion. I think the one artist that I saw people wanting to fail so bad was 50 Cent. I think he was the guys that they wanted. Drake, no, I don't think people want to see him fail.
They do because everybody says, "Yo, this guy's corny. Yo, why is he doing that?
Nah,
this
bro,
guy just down the third."
Nah.
Bro, the internet be killing him, bro.
I disagree.
I think 50 was the guy that I felt like everyone felt like they wanted to see him fail.
I disagree with both, actually. I don't feel they want you to fail. It's just more so they're just keeping track of time. Like, do you still have it or not? Like with the Michael Jordan when he hit the Wizards. People were going, yo, it's over. I think it's over for him.
Do you think Drake's at his Wizard team right now?
No,
it feels like.
I don't think he's at his Wizards. I think he's on his. He's working on his second three-peat, but right now
he's playing baseball right now.
He's playing baseball right now.
You think he's playing baseball right now?
You know what's funny? Jay-Z was 37 in 2006, and that was the release of Kingdom Come. So that was his baseball.
So basically, when he did the R. Kelly album, because the R. Kelly album was before that?
The Best of Both Worlds?
Yeah.
Let me check that out.
Because he kind of had a song called like Pussy Sign. Wait, he was 36, 2006?
That's crazy.
Damn, man, I feel old. Damn.
We were just freshly in high school, yo.
2000. No, sorry. Miley Cyrus.
Yo, whoa, wrong artist, man. You mean Hannah Montana, yo?
Hannah Montana.
I think Better Both Worlds did drop before that.
2002.
That's what
much earlier.
So 4 years ago, so he was 32. Like us right now.
30.
Like, yeah, it's cool. All right, he dropped Kingdom Come. Let me see the playlist real quick. Mind you, Kingdom Come is one of my favorite albums for a certain reason.
Most underrated album in his discography, in my opinion.
To me, yeah, it means a little bit more. The album.
I think Kingdom Come gets more love now than it did back then.
Yeah.
The intro, like the prelude, is to me his best intro of all time. But that's just me.
Beach Chair is amazing. That's amazing.
30 something. Do you want to ride? Like, this was the record that people killed him for. Hollywood. You know what, man? The
record was trash.
You know what, man? Yeah, man. He elevated. I have to say, Jay elevated, yo. Like at his age, like when he was rapping on this album. Yeah. Like
he's been doing that his whole life.
So
Drake has actually been doing that in the earlier part of his career, but now it just feels like club records.
Yeah, but you gotta really think about it. Like I hate like Jay was always a business guy from the beginning. Like he always told you the grown talk from the beginning.
Yeah.
Drake, when he started, he was never really. He's not a.
But even then, if you take the business out of it, just maturation. J. Cole matured a lot better than Drake.
I think and Kendrick too. I think J. Cole's a little bit more. Bro, he played basketball. Come on, he made it in the league, yo.
Kendrick's been mature from.
Who can say that, yo?
That's true.
He made it in the league, man. Bro, that's gonna be his first line in his album, bro. I went pro. Beat that. It's like, yo, how do you beat that, man? You went pro, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Motherfucker went to another country and said, "Yeah, I'm going pro. Fuck this." But last words before we go to the next topic. I'm just
gonna say, Drake taking this time off, I think is the best.
He's like Jake because Kyle's about to drop.
No, I'm saying, but him personally, obviously,
bro, he has two records.
There's always gonna be records of Drake somewhere. There's gonna be verses. He's gonna be needed. Drake. Well, I think what people need to understand when Drake takes time off to himself, doesn't mean that his music is not gonna get played. Like
his verses, you don't think he's gonna drop those?
Any new Drake verses, any new Drake records, them shit's gonna be all over the internet one way or another. Like Drake is not going anywhere. Like he really right now he's the top guy. But with the time off he takes, we'll see what happens after that.
I don't think we're understanding how crazy it is for a 37-year-old, right?
About to be 37.
To be number one in this genre. Like, that's never happened. Jay-Z retired at like freaking 37.
35.
Yeah,
He came back with Kingdom Come.
And he came back with Kingdom Come. So he was
But
even
then
younger.
again, he left dropping the Black album.
Bro, during the Black album.
It's a different, it's like.
During the Black album, he was looked at as an old guy.
But this is exactly what I brought up. It's like we're at a point right now
I just feel like this comparison can't happen because they're two different type of artists.
It's not even two different type of. It's two different type of eras. At that era, once you hit your 30s, that's it. You were old. You shouldn't be rapping anymore.
Bro, if we were this age now, like in 2002, bro, we done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you shouldn't be rapping. You shouldn't be doing like. But we're at a point now where we're looking at hip hop as rock and roll. It's like motherfuckers should be making music until they can't no more.
Guess who did that? Jay-Z.
Yeah.
If he would have just retired and stayed retired, shit wouldn't have hit this point. So, I don't know.
Shout out to Drake, man.
Shout out to Drake.
I still think you that dude, but
it's crazy. Like young kids still think he's that dude, and he's 37.
Bro, these young kids, that's their Jay-Z. That's their that's their guy. Like that, the way we saw Jay-Z with the Black album, with Kingdom Come coming back, it's a holy shit, he's back.
That's why it matters more for him to be mature, because of all the kids looking up to him.
Yeah,
I think it'll happen. It's gonna happen.
No, it's gonna happen, and that's what Joe's comment was about. Like, it's gonna eventually happen. I'm not just complaining, it's gonna happen.
It's Drake effect, man.
The Drake effect, yeah. Come on, man. Changing this changing topic is gonna be nuts. Yeah,
but to me, it's kind of sad that we're still holding on to Drake, and there's nobody to fill his space.
It's because there isn't gonna be anybody to fill his space. I think that once we see Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick actually just like go silent for a few years, we're gonna see that void in hip hop. Because hip hop right now, if they don't drop, nothing is moving.
But you know what that means, right? That'd be the end of hip hop.
Probably.
If there's a big enough gap, then that's the end of that genre.
I blame you.
Me.
But on to more serious topics. Yesterday or Saturday morning, Palestine?
Yes.
Attacked Israel, sending now I think 5,000 rockets.
Yes, and that number is important.
That's nuts.
Just think about that cost.
Rockets. My bad for laughing. But yeah, they attacked, and then after that, Israel declared war. First and foremost, a lot of people are getting killed, obviously on both sides.
Yeah.
But the way the media is putting this out there is like, pray for Israel.
It's like one-sided. Right?
It's one-sided. And I feel like what I've been reading is Israel's been attacking, doing a lot of things to them for years, for decades.
Yeah.
And it's to a point, I think now it finally hit them to a point where like, you know what, enough's enough. We're going. And they broke the border. I think what do you call those trucks? When they broke the
bulldozers?
The bulldozers, they broke the border and went through. Everyone started going through. And obviously I seen they kidnapped Israel people. Obviously those are just civilians. Like obviously I feel bad. Obviously anyone just regular people.
Yeah.
But that was a Hamas group, and they don't necessarily represent the entirety of Palestine. They don't even.
Hamas is like, I'm not trying to make a comparison, but are they like ISIS when it came to like
similar, but different?
It's Hamas or Hamas, right?
Hamas. Yeah. They're similar, but they don't speak for the entirety of Palestine.
Yeah, but
it's almost like Black Lives Matter, right? Imagine, the government saying, because of what Black Lives Matter did, we're going to retaliate by getting everyone black. That'd be crazy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, I definitely I agree with you. I mean, a lot of innocent people being kidnapped and stuff like that is definitely disheartening. You know, it's something that you never want to see happen, right? But you know, unfortunately, when it comes to war, there really isn't any. There's no fair game. You know, a lot of innocent civilians lose their lives when it.
Are
comes
we
to
on
war.
Palestine? It's Palestine, right? I'm saying it right.
Yes.
Are we on their side?
I support them.
Are we all free Palestine?
I don't support what's going on. I do support their freedom, and I've been on that for a while. Just because, you know, it's just a lot of things, right? Just think of it in the sense of, like I was explaining to somebody yesterday. I was like, it's kind of like that bully in school, right? That consistently bothers you, fucks with you, for years, just keeps fucking with you. It doesn't leave you alone. It just takes your lunch money, takes everything for you, ruins your life. But then the day that you snap, oh no, you're the bad guy. Why'd you snap?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Why'd you hit him so hard?
Yeah, why'd you hit him?
Why are you so violent? Why are
you
you so aggressive?
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand. I see what's going on. I would love for there to be peace, but
there's no war.
But at the end of the day, it's like
they were just a couple months back. They were bombing mosques, like your holy place. Nobody said anything. People just watched.
Not even that. All the videos that they kept posting up of Israeli soldiers hitting Palestinians, mistreating them in their own space and stuff like that. Oh, we broadcasted that. But as soon as the retaliation comes, oh no, we can't post that. We're with the Israeli people. At the end of the day, people just want to be with what's going to help them get further and what's trending.
I feel like people just. Because there's celebrities that said pray for Israel. We had Kylie Jenner. She deleted it. She got killed. Meek Mill say pray for Israel. Like a lot of these artists,
they don't know anything.
They don't know anything. They just want to seem damn like I'm up to date with what's going on.
They see the surface level of shit. Like they don't see anything under it. They see the surface level, but they don't understand what's happening behind it, right?
No, but it is pray for the civilians in Israel. Yes, is that
on both sides,
but not pray for the country. It's like the government, what they're doing, or what they were doing for years, is like, yo, it's like you got, it's like and it's like what Russia did with Ukraine. Years not giving things like, and then Ukraine was like, yo, enough is enough. It's like, you know what, we gotta fight back, even though they got hit first. Yeah, obviously you gotta fight back, but you say, you know what, we're gonna fight back. I feel like Ukraine, we gave them support, but when it came to this, it's like, nah, yo, like it's like we can't support this. They're terrorists. I heard they were terrorists. Yeah. It's like, not terrorists. Terrorists or what? It's like, but not obviously. We saw Joe Biden speak yesterday. Yeah, and he said he's siding with Israel. He said pray for Israel because USA has ties with Israel and makes money. And what does that mean? That's happening. It's gonna affect us with money, and the stock market is gonna drop tomorrow. But nah, yeah,
it's one-sided for another reason as well. Like
it's one-sided for the media.
All of the major media companies, they have partnerships or they have deals with Israel, or they're owned by certain groups. So you don't get any Palestinian voice. There's no Palestinian voice in the media like that. Maybe Al Jazeera, but even they can't cover stuff that well, because they're not allowed to. So.
You know what's crazy?
This is a community that doesn't have a voice that's fighting back.
Yeah, and there's a community that's basically been it's been at war for just a strip, right? The Gaza Strip. They've been fighting for that land for years, and
the entire country.
Yeah, and just trying to gain their freedom, and they still can't get that. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So I think that we knew this was bound to happen. When you keep bullying somebody to the point where they're fed up, it's bound to happen. Obviously, the Hamas, whether they're a terrorist group or not, those are probably the people that banded together, was like, yo, enough is enough. We have to retaliate. We have to fight back. And do I agree with the tactics that they're taking? No. But you got to call a spade a spade.
It's like, make it easier. What we're doing at the border with Mexico, when everyone's trying to, and what I heard crazy stories, kill them, kidnap them, take their kids away. What we like when they cross the border, whatever. Mexico retaliates for doing that to us. Who's gonna look like the bad guy? Mexico. but they weren't seeing the behind the scenes of what they were doing to the Mexicans when they're trying to cross the border. Obviously, it's illegal, but how they treated them.
I can give you I think I gave this analogy last time. Like, if Americans want to understand what's happening over there, I can give you the perfect analogy. Imagine tomorrow Native Americans woke up and said, "You know what? No, this is actually our country," and then they went to war with Americans. Whose side would you be on? Whose side would you be on?
But that's a lie. Like, that's what's happening in Russia. Like, Russia wants to take over Ukraine. Like, that's what's.
I want to dig deeper into that because you can take this out of context very quickly, right? So Native Americans would be the Jewish, and Americans would be Palestine. But there's a difference because Americans took land from Native Americans, but Palestine did not take land from Israel. Israeli people just left, and Palestine came in and occupied the space. So for you to come back and then just, I mean, how does that feel? So it's complicated. It's not a simple issue.
And I wouldn't be mad if Native Americans came in and say, "Yo, fuck this."
But with that conversation, right? Native Americans wake up tomorrow and they say, "No, this is our country. Forget everything you established. We're getting rid of all of that." Yeah, so we're at war.
I'm talking about they're getting killed in the media. Like, they're gonna get killed, saying, "Who are these terrorists trying to take our land?" Say, "Motherfucker, you took our land."
So let's say we're at war. Who's in the wrong?
U.S. or the Columbus people. Mind you, tomorrow's what?
No, but we're the Americans. So I mean, who's in the wrong?
The Americans then.
Are you about to leave?
No, I'm gonna just watch. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be like,
this is why it's complicated.
It is.
It's complicated. Who's in the wrong? You know, it's hard to say who's in the wrong.
No, I feel like that's a little bit more vague, and we could see who's in the wrong because Native Americans, this is their land. We just stole it from them.
Yes, it's more black and white here.
Yeah, it's more
because
over there.
We literally took from Native Americans.
And tomorrow they're celebrating a day that basically started this whole shit.
Yes, not weed. I mean,
tomorrow to me is National Indigenous Day.
The only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace.
Facts. And Rios.
Magna Carta. Come on, man. How you not gonna like Magna Carta, King?
But
like, I don't know why people I don't know why the banks don't work tomorrow. I don't know why the government why are they still not working tomorrow? Like, we already know the history of Christopher Columbus, but we still celebrate the day. Or they do. Not me. I give less than a fuck. Like, it's like, it doesn't make sense to me. But what's going on over there is I feel like we haven't seen anything yet. Like, a lot's gonna come during this week.
But we can't be slow with this stuff. Like, it's complicated as is.
They are gonna be slow on their side, on Palestine's side. They're gonna be slow with it.
But here's why I say we can't be slow with this stuff. They shot how many rockets? 5,000.
5,000.
They shot 5,000 rockets. One rocket is expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
So 5,000 rockets. Where did they get that money?
Who knows?
So we played the whole World Trade Center conspiracy. It was an inside job. 5,000 rockets. That's not pocket change.
So who do you? Obviously, this has nothing to do, and we don't want to take away from what's going on, and obviously mislead people. But conspiracy wise, right? Speaking on the what ifs or where it could have came from, where do you think that all came from?
I think there are interest groups from Israel's side that felt like this shit isn't moving fast enough. We're just picking apart little by little. This is not moving fast enough. How do we escalate? So they got a third part conspiracy theory wise, right? I think it's possible that they got a third party and used the third party and said, "Hey, there's we're gonna give you this funding, or we're gonna give you these rockets. We want you to go do a business deal with that side. Don't let them know about us. Just present yourself as a resource."
Who do you think's the third party?
The Israeli people. Right? Is that what you're saying? Conspiracy-wise. Again, conspiracy. We don't want to mislead.
It's possible.
That gave them the money for the rockets?
Yes, because 5,000 rockets is not cheap.
So you're telling me they pulled the U.S.?
Again, conspiracy.
This is
it's
why
a conspiracy thing.
You're telling me they pulled the U.S.?
The idea may have even come from the U.S. I mean, they're partners. So it's...
Bigger question. Do you think Biden will send U.S. soldiers over there?
Yeah.
If he does, it's a mistake.
Obviously.
It's a mistake,
Iraq
100%.
was a mistake.
Yeah.
Iraq was a mistake since
But you
the
think
beginning.
he's sending?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, the market's dropping. Yo,
Yeah.
anyone, I'm not a financial advisor or nothing, but if he does that, puts for options. They're going down. Yeah.
Israel is not like Ukraine. Ukraine is like buddy. You know, it's
Russia's not involved with neither one of these two, right? Or Israel as well.
that's a separate situation.
No, talk about money, like business wise. Is Russia
involved with Israel?
Yeah, at all?
No, I don't think they are. I'm not gonna go on record with that, but I don't think they are. But I know they don't have any connections with Palestine. So
no. I'm not. I'm just saying business wise. Do they have? Because obviously, if they see them, they're messing up business money wise.
Yeah.
You know what? Because Russia. Just imagine Russia's U.S. soldiers go down there.
Yeah.
Palestine is done.
By the way, Israel has enough allies where Palestine is done regardless.
Yeah.
So
and they don't have allies.
Palestine?
Yeah.
They do, but from the Muslim countries.
And
so
I don't think
it could get really messy.
Yeah, I don't think they will want to get involved in the whole.
No, they may, because you have the Saudis aren't poor.
The Saudis aren't poor at all.
Yeah. So
my thing, what I think is gonna happen? Do I think he's gonna send soldiers? I don't think so. I think what he is gonna do is send money though, for like more weapons and all that.
But Israel is different than Ukraine. Ukraine, we're not that friendly with them. We just feel bad for them. Israel is like damn near America's best friend.
Yeah, but you really think he would send soldiers out there, yo?
I think you're caring. You think they care about the soldiers more than they do their partners?
Oh hell no! I disagree with that. No, but I'm just saying. Do you think like? Because I think if he actually, bro, it's the situation. I feel like the situation shouldn't get bigger than what it is. I feel like with him sending soldiers out there, he's gonna make this problem even bigger now.
I think now that they've declared war, I think I think he'll wrap up a lot faster. But I think there's gonna be a lot more deaths.
Oh no, of course.
On the Palestine side, Philistine is how they pronounce.
I think both sides, but more on the Palestine side. I think both sides.
Yeah, both sides. But
yeah,
I think they're gonna.
But when do you think he's
destroy the Palestine?
Oh no, yeah. When do you think he'll send them? If you have to predict,
since they've declared war now, they're gonna see how things go because Israel can handle their own. Like they have enough money, they have enough.
Yeah, Israel has one of the strongest military in the world.
Not U.S., not like U.S. Yo.
No, but I'm saying, but they have one of the strongest military,
and they're going up against Palestine, which it's an unfair match from the.
Yeah, jump. It's like if U.S. went against Puerto Rico.
Pretty much.
Like the States versus Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like if Puerto Rico is like, yo, I'm done. You guys, like if Trump, like with the whole, like, yeah, I'm done with you treating us like shit. We're gonna go.
Yeah.
It's like Puerto Rico attacking the States, and then States is, you know what? Fuck this. We're destroying you.
Yeah. So
it's like,
so U.S. wouldn't send their troops because it's not a need, but if it was a need, immediately they're going overnight.
Damn, I think the media. Pray for Israel. It's like I get to pray for Israel, but I think they're saying it in the wrong way.
I say pray for the Israeli people who are suffering through this that have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
They have nothing to do with the conflict.
People, the civilians at the end. They can't just say like the whole.
I feel like a lot of celebrities are uneducated. They don't know anything about anything. And they just see, Israel got bombed. And they just go pray for Israel. And they don't know the entire narrative, so it's...
I think this situation is... When I saw that yesterday, I was like, wait, what? I was like, I had to look into it. I was like, no, they had something... Like, we're involved regardless. I think U.S. is involved in a lot of wars that go out.
Yeah,
we're involved in basically all of them, yo.
Because it brings money.
Yeah, like
brings
with the
jobs.
Russia and Ukraine, like it's like we're involved regardless. Because regardless of if
because it's like this, it's like every time I see a fight, right? Let's say you're fighting your neighbor, right? I get involved because if I help you win, then you owe me for the rest of your life. But then if we beat that neighbor up together, everything that they own is ours. It's not just yours, it's ours. So it's like a win-win everywhere they see a fight. At
the end of the day, it's money. It's money. It's money over people. They like that's the formula. Money over people.
So everywhere there's a fight, it's a guaranteed.
U.S. is involved.
It's guaranteed.
It's guaranteed. Like you don't even have to flip a coin. It's already hedged.
U.S. just sees it as a bag. Like that's money.
Trump actually came out yesterday and said, Palestinians are terrorists. Pray for Israel. if let's say Trump wins and this war is still going on, what do you think Trump does?
From what I understand from Trump's interviews, he doesn't want a war. He feels that's gonna get his core fans to hate him. So he's gonna do everything to avoid it, or he'll let Israel just handle it and stay out of it.
Do you think that this war can lead to something bigger?
Yeah.
Can it lead to a third world war if possible?
I think it's coming.
Because I feel like we thought that was going to happen with Ukraine and Russia, but again with the United States being super allies with the Israelis, do you think that it can
it's not only
lead?
United States that's allies with Israel?
India,
India, a superpower,
Yeah.
is also allies with.
And
They're also allies
and let's
with
not
Israel.
forget this little. This is not a little war. This war is putting China in like a little bubble. It's like, okay, U.S. is not paying attention to us right now.
And
China's-
they'll be like,
You know what
Taiwan.
I mean? So it's like, all right, like it's to a point. It's like,
China has their own thing to bully, their own country to
yeah.
bully.
So this
which
could
is
start
Taiwan.
up that as well.
Yeah,
And then
the thing with Taiwan and China is that Taiwan is a friend of the U.S.
Mhm.
So U.S. has an obligation to protect Taiwan.
And also, China already like the president already hates us regardless from the
Yeah.
like they're so that could start them attacking us and attacking Taiwan. It's like,
Imagine if China jumps in to help Palestine. They wouldn't, but imagine.
but I'm just saying, China right now is in the bubble because everyone's paying attention to that. U.S. is paying attention to that. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
we got our issue right here. We could start this or do a attack on us.
All I would say is that while all of this is happening, we should really be paying attention also to the behind the scenes that they're trying to cover up, because
Yeah.
they tend to do that, right? When something big hits the media, there's something else going on in the back burner that we're not paying attention to.
And there is something like U.S. has gone through a crazy amount of inflation, right?
Yeah.
So
Recession.
the dollar value has skyrocketed down, has dived down, right? This would be the perfect time to start a war for the U.S.'s economy.
That's Iraq. And what happened? Then we have a recession like.
And right after Iraq, the economy was.
It's
actually,
Iraq or Iraq?
Iraq.
Is it Iraq?
Man, I'm from Jersey. I say Iraq.
It's pronounced
'Cause
Iraq also.
Yeah,
If you watch
we were
Fox
saying Iran wrong, right?
Yeah.
It's Iran or something like that.
Everyone's.
No, they were
It
killing
depends where
Iran.
you're from.
Iran people were like killing us. So yo, you're not saying us right. I forget how they say it.
I just leave it up to however people want
Yeah,
to pronounce it. Because Palestine, we say Palestine, but Palestinian people pronounce it Philistine.
There's no H.
Yeah, but that's the American spelling. Their spelling is,
No, yes, I think so much is gonna come out of this, and this might be a distraction for Drake's album. I say.
Yeah, this fucking guy, yo. Oh my god.
But no. Well, all jokes
But
aside,
with so much happening for Drake's album to be this, it's like it's nuts.
this might, I know sounds good, but this might help Drake's album. Man. It's like, you know what, man, this is more important than what's going on with your album, Drake. But no, I'll say all jokes aside, no, I think this coming week is gonna be big. Just see what's gonna actually happen. Obviously, I think Joe Biden's gonna speak again this week, probably about it.
Yeah.
And I think there should be. Is there another debate for the Republicans coming?
I think there's usually 3, right?
They already had 2, I think.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be one of the main topics, and see what they're going to
Yeah,
do.
because there's one at the beginning of the year, one midway, and then one at the end, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
But they're gonna use this to divide the voters. So
Yeah.
this will decide who wins the election.
Bro, Trump's not even there, bro. It's like Trump's like, yo, bro, I have 57%. The closest one to me has 2%. It's like, you really want me to waste my time? It's not. He's like, motherfucker said, and they're basically battling out for who's gonna be take the position as VP. Yeah, they're just playing for a job, yo. That's nuts.
I feel you.
But
But
Can you put that over there, Mahdi?
no, I changed my take. Everyone running to become president supports Israel.
oh no, that's.
I just realized, like, besides maybe Bernie Sanders, there's nobody that supports Palestine.
I'm not gonna be I was waiting to see what AOC and Bernie said, but they didn't say anything yet. I just want to see whose side they're going to be on.
It should be Palestine. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. But
that's
outside of them, there's no one.
I just hope they. I just did not dislike AOC. AOC is very outspoken. I just hope she words her wording.
Yeah,
very well.
Intelligent.
Because what she says, could really fuck up a lot of people how they like her. Yeah, it's like, damn. It's like, I thought you were very progressive. Like, what's going on?
That's probably why they're not speaking on it. Right?
They're like, yo, we gotta word this.
Yeah,
we gotta word this very correctly. But yeah. Hopefully, next episode we hear better news. But obviously, we won't probably. Yeah, we'll probably hear like, yo.
This is probably the beginning of something big.
Yeah. And the recession is coming sooner than later.
By the way, this Israel versus Palestine has been going on for decades. Mm-hmm. So for them to finally declare war, that means they mean business.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of casualties.
The U.S. said, we mean business too, man.
Yeah. I live in South Patterson, so I know.
It's gonna be crazy.
The war with North.
It's gonna be crazy.
No, I just hope it doesn't. I just hope it doesn't trickle over.
It's going to. It's going to.
You think so?
It's gonna be insane. It's going to. Because if your people back home started dying and it was because of a certain group, and you see this certain group, how are you gonna? I mean,
come on, bro.
It's going to.
Yeah, but I think that's what I'm most scared of, right? That becomes we're gonna see an upspike in hate crimes
here. Yeah. Oh man.
And for some reason, it's gonna involve Hispanics and blacks for some reason. Yeah, I was like, yeah, bro, we're not even involved in this shit, and we're getting killed. it's like,
gonna be insane.
But obviously this episode was towards Drake and the Israel war. Yeah, man. Any last words before we close this? Is play some Uno, yo. And get some ass whooping.
I wanted to bring one other topic.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
So that's.
Oh, you want to do the body count?
No, it's speaking on.
My bad. It's gonna be too left. Yeah, my bad.
This is still left, but to speak on the topic of the, what happens behind the scenes, Taylor Swift.
I'll go for it, man.
So Taylor Swift and her relationship with Travis Kelce, right? That's his name.
Cute guy.
I feel, I think a lot of people out there feel the relationship is manufactured. It's a marketing scheme. How do you feel?
I wouldn't be surprised. Taylor Swift is a great businesswoman.
Yeah.
But to me, your mom already out. It's like, come on, man.
If it's a business move and you're about to make millions, I'll meet your mom too.
Then again, everyone's different. Yeah. I don't agree. I don't disagree with you. Like, I'm like, right, as it is what it is. Yeah, it's just another marketing move to bring more people to the NFL after the whole Colin Kaepernick. I feel like they're seeing the ratings were probably down.
Yeah,
with compared to the years before because of the Colin Kaepernick, and especially when Aaron Rodgers got injured, and then Colin Kaepernick. Mind you, this all happened after Colin Kaepernick sent the letter, I think, to the Jets. I got to do the research, but I think this all is happening after. Maybe I'm wrong.
I kind of think the storyline happened started from Taylor Swift's side. So when she was asked to do the Super Bowl show, she doesn't do anything to fail. Like, everything is well planned out.
Well manufactured by the machine.
Yeah. So she knew if she did a Super Bowl performance, her crowd isn't there. That's not her crowd. It's a bunch of dudes. That's not her crowd. They don't listen to Taylor Swift.
Drake and Taylor Swift song.
But
I don't want that shit, bro.
I want that shit.
That shit gonna be mad peanut chalky and shit, bro.
But the point is, she knew that she was gonna fail, and it wasn't gonna go well. Like, the ratings would dive down, right? So she passed on it. That's when Rihanna came in and did her performance. And remember, it was like the most watched Super Bowl, I think, since Michael Jackson or something like that. Most viewed.
Oh yeah, because it was her first performance in like 20,000 years.
Yeah. And so
you're a sick man, bro.
It's like, yo, bro, we haven't seen Rihanna drop music in like 20. I bet you if she dropped one of the worst albums right now, they would say it was the best album ever, yo.
But I don't think in Taylor Swift's mind, she said, no, I'm not going to do Super Bowl. Super Bowl is one of the biggest stages you can be on. So she was like, I got to go about this the right way. How can I do this the right way? And the way she went about it, I feel, with her team is...
Got with a Super Bowl winner.
Not just any Super Bowl winner, like one of the most successful teams that may win the Super Bowl again next year. and that's the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, right? And Travis Kelce, he's loved by everyone, So
Not me.
Wait, does Patrick Mahomes have 2 rings already?
Yeah, man.
Damn, bro, he cooking.
and they're looking at possibly another.
He cooking,
Does
bro.
he indeed have 2 rings? So, what is this, like a dynasty? This is about to be a dynasty?
You gotta win 3 straight. They're not winning. Right now they will win. This will be their second
In a row if they win, right?
Yeah. Dynasties. You gotta win 3 straight. You know what Jordan did 2 times,
But
and what Kobe did 1 time.
but
Did LeBron do it 0 times?
this is
Tom
very,
Brady did it once too. Did 3.
The GOAT, man.
But this is very calculated from
I
Taylor
guess.
Swift's
Yeah, I
side.
guess
But the funny thing is,
it would have been better if it was Patrick Mahomes, but obviously he's married. It is what it is.
But now Travis Kelce, now that he's in this very profitable relationship for the NFL, he can't break up if he wanted to.
What we do if she comes pregnant? You think it's all calculated?
Well, I don't think she's going to.
No, but if she does this ruin your whole theory, your conspiracy theory?
Yeah. To be honest, if she gets
I
pregnant,
don't think Taylor Swift's gonna get pregnant. I
Me
think
neither,
the only
me
time
neither.
I think Taylor's gonna get pregnant when she retires.
yeah, she's not gonna get pregnant. This isn't gonna be the guy. But imagine being Travis Kelce and you can break up even if you wanted to because it's doing great business.
Yeah, because the media is all over. They're eating that whole relationship up, and it's
Yeah.
just it looks manufactured because it came out of nowhere.
Bro,
Like, it
their
just
sales
came out
went
of
up
left
like
field.
400%.
Yeah, like fucking Travis Kelce was just married like 2 days before that shit. Like,
You tell me like that's wrong.
nah, but yo, but
That was a
but,
bad
but,
example.
but his ex-wife is fire, yo.
Yeah.
I heard she was crazy though.
Hey man, aren't all
What?
minority women crazy a little bit?
What'd you say?
Aren't all minority women a little
Just
crazy?
shut up.
Am I wrong? Latinas are crazy. Black girls are crazy.
Oh man.
But this is very manufactured. Yeah.
Hey man, I believe it, bro. I'm watching it. Watch once the
But
Super Bowl happens, I give it like a couple months, split.
No, I think this is leading up to something. I don't think Taylor Swift is doing this just for the views. I think she's.
And then the Chiefs are going to
corralling
win that
this to
Super
lead
Bowl
up
where
to
she
something.
performs.
So I think she's going to
So
perform.
next year.
Yeah, next year.
So they're gonna be together
No,
for a
not
year.
next year. Not next year. Next year is Usher. I think the following year is
This
going to
year's
be.
Usher.
Well,
Yeah.
next year. Because it's going to be in February.
Come on, man.
Don't do that, bro.
Don't do that, man. I hate people like that. Yeah.
We're being technical.
Just say this football season,
Yeah,
bro.
this
This
football,
football
season, yeah.
Jesus.
So they're gonna be together for a year.
I don't know how that would last because that may be her longest relationship if that was the case, and I don't think this looks like it could be that. So maybe there's something else planned. Maybe
Yeah,
she has an album out on the way.
Imagine Usher drops out, and then like Taylor's like, you know what? I got you. I'll do it. Boom.
You know, it's not. It's not beneath the NFL to just last minute say, "Hey, Usher can't do it."
Hove won't let it, yo. He called them. You know, Hove doesn't just call people, yo.
Yeah.
Like Hove's not playing with that shit, yo. Hove's not playing with that shit.
But NFL's bigger than. I mean, it's their.
NFL's not bigger than Hove. You know,
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I love Hope's mystique, yo.
he is bigger than Roger Goodell, man.
So if they decide, Taylor Swift might be bigger than Jay-Z in this
Probably.
equation.
Come on, man. She has all the kids.
She's the biggest brand out there, but she's gonna get something out of this, either a performance or another album. She's getting
Or
something
just
out of
money,
this.
yo.
I see her performance. I see her performing at the Super Bowl. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna
That
happen.
was bound to happen because if they thought about her when Rihanna was when she dropped out and Rihanna came on, then it's bound to happen.
Yeah,
Because they probably Taylor Swift people probably told her, look, she's working on an album. She's about to drop an album and then she's going on tour. We're not gonna be able to do this.
no, they said we're not gonna be able to do this because they knew it would be, it wouldn't do as well because that's not her audience. That's
Yeah.
not her target audience.
Yo, this is nuts, yo. This just came out. It's official. We're taking the 4th graders to the Jay-Z Book of Ho exhibit, and they will all be leaving with library cards. That's nuts, yo. They're like, who the fuck is this guy? Is that Drake? Yeah, that's nuts. Taking 4th graders, that's nuts, man. You motherfuckers sick in the head, yo.
That's funny.
Any last words, man? I'm trying to get this Uno game.
Nah, man. I'm gonna just say, Drake, I'm still with you, man. Fan to the death of me, man. Been with you since Room for Improvement, you know?
What happens?
Alright, Mahdi. Alright, Mahdi. What happens if Drake drops a classic tomorrow? Yeah.
What happens if it's up for Drake? If it's done?
Then if it is, man, then it is, man. I won't be upset. I'm still gonna be a Drake fan.
We can appreciate what he's done.
Of course. Just the way I feel about Eminem, right?
Yeah.
If Eminem would stop rapping and just focus on producing,
yeah,
I'll be fine with that. I'm not mad at it. I will forever be grateful for having I will be forever grateful to have lived through Eminem's prime and career and influence he brought to hip hop, right?
And experience contributed.
Yes,
right?
I will forever be grateful. Just the same way with Drake. If Drake were to retire and he said he was done, I will forever be grateful to have been a part of that and experience what he did for my life personally, obviously, right?
Yeah.
With the music that he put out. Yeah. I will forever be grateful for that, right?
Nobody can erase the impact that he's had.
Exactly.
Even on my life.
Because if we're really talking about music, Drake and Kanye, they shifted the way music sounded after like 20, after 2000 and 2011.
Oh yeah,
because My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy dropped around that time. Yeah. So I would say they shifted music to what it sounds like today.
I agree.
So again, I'll be forever grateful to have been able to live through that. If he retires tomorrow, whatever the case may be, but I'll just be able to appreciate whatever he has dropped from this point on, and that's it.
You guys done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Like if you podcast episode 180 something.
189. We're 190 the next episode. Can't even say next week because you never know.
We'll see you next week, man.
All right, man.
So
I'm Papijohnson, Mahdi, Era, Sky's upstairs dogs, somewhere. Man. For all the dogs, 666.
Classic album, man.
And we out. Peace.
Peace.
This is like Revival Part 2.
Relax. Relax.